Good morning and a warm welcome to the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Stadium in Suryawava in Hambantota, the southern province of Sri Lanka. We are here for the first game of the T20 series between West Indies women and Sri Lanka women. Well, we had just completed last week 3 ODI games. It was a fantastic 3 matches. Sri Lanka, of course, coming on top, whitewashing West Indies 3-0 to take that series away convincingly. Today's game, cloudy, mostly cloudy conditions, as you see. The wind quite less today than what we had in the ODI series. Just 21 km, temperature 30 centigrades. Well, but so far it looks fine. We are generally hoping that we will get a full game here. 40 over game, 10 o'clock start, so 3.5 hours approximately maximum time if everything goes well. So we're looking for a full game here, and so far the weather looks fantastic. That's the 50 over matches and the tour so far. As you see, Sri Lanka won by 6 wickets, 5 wickets, and then 160 runs in the 3 games in the women's ODI series played for the ICC Championship, and now they're moved up to 5th place in the rankings after that series win, and West Indies have dropped down a notch as well. The T20 series starting today, and the second and third game will be on the 26th and 28th, Wednesday and Friday this week, and it's a very important series for both teams, especially for West Indies. They will be looking to make a comeback and try and overcome Sri Lanka. As I say, a very good morning to Paulina's DS Wijeratna.
Good morning, Ricky. Yes, as I said, it will be a very interesting T20 International. There you see the points table. Sri Lanka moving up to 5th position, and the West Indies dropping down. Sri Lanka with 20 points. Still, they have another series against Ireland to be played, and it will be interesting to see Sri Lankans making an automatic qualification for the ICC Women's Championship. So the Sri Lankans for this T20 series have made 5 changes in the squad. They have left out Hansa Makaruratna, Achini Kulasurya, Udeshika Prabodhini, Inoka Ranavira, and Anushka Sanjeevani. And they have brought in Amma Kanchana, Rashmika Sivandi, Himisha Dulhani, Shashini Gimhani, and Kaushini Nityangana. So that's the changes for the squad in the Sri Lankan team for the T20 International. We'll have to wait and see what the final 11 will be. So these are the beautiful pictures coming here from the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. There you see the West Indian team doing their morning drills before the game. We saw the Sri Lankan team also doing their drills. It will be a very interesting game here. The T20 International, 3 T20 International. There again you see the beautiful pictures coming from the drone camera, and we go down for the pitch report, and we have Ricky Sims down there.
Okay, we are here for the first game of the T20 series, West Indies women versus Sri Lanka women. Let's take a look at what's on offer on the surface today. Well, this surface looks the same as before. The same we had in the one-day series. It looks very, very hard, dry as usual. Not much of grass on it, just some dry grass. Looks an excellent wicket for batting, which will last the entire 40 overs. Well, I won't be surprised if the captain winning the toss decides to field first.
Well, there you are. We heard Ricky Sims telling it's a good wicket to bat on, but still he goes on to say that he will not be surprised if the captain winning the toss will decided to bowl first. Runs, plenty of runs there on the wicket. Pretty hard strip, and it will be interesting to see what the captains will do. There you see once again some beautiful pictures coming out right around the grounds here from the drone camera. Yes, as we go down now to the toss, we have Ricky Sims with the 2 captains and the match referee. Oh, to Ricky Sims.
A good morning and a warm welcome to the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Stadium in Surya Weather. We are here for the first of 3 T20 games between the West Indies women's team and the Sri Lankan women's team. We have the two captains, Chamari Athapattu and Hayley Matthews, ICC match referee Michelle Pereira. Chamari will toss the coin.
Heads.
So Chamari has won the toss, and Chamari, what have you decided to do?
We're going ball first.
Any special reason behind it?
I'm pretty confident about my bowling unit. We get some newcomers, so I try to give opportunity for the newcomers as well.
Track looks good again, similar to what we had in the one-day series.
Yeah, good tracks, but we have to execute our right plan, right time. A different game, different format, fresh day, so we are working on it.
As you mentioned, there is a new look squad. I think 5 changes from that ODI series. What is the feeling around the camp, and what do you think about those youngsters?
As a captain, I'm happy to give opportunity for the youngsters because we need to build good team in future. Because next month we start our Asia Cup as well, so we give some opportunities for the youngsters.
Well, good luck, Chamari. Good luck
Thank
to you and
Thank
the team.
you.
Well, Hayley, if you had won the toss, what would you have done?
We might have had a ball first as well, but at the same time, I think it's a really good wicket. We saw that in the ODI series and don't expect it to play too different, so happy to go out there and bat as well.
Your batting has been probably a bit disappointing in that ODI series. What do you think really went wrong there, Hayley?
I think, well, it's simple. We probably just weren't able to build enough partnerships throughout the innings. But look, I think we have a great opportunity to turn it around in this T20 series and just fresh start and hopefully have a big series that we can win.
Are you fit and fully ready to go?
Yeah, been able to recover pretty well over the last week or so. So, yeah, just very excited to get out here and be back playing some cricket again.
Good luck, Hayley, to you and the team. Looking forward to a good game.
Thank you.
So the news from the centre is that Sri Lanka and Chamari Athapattu have won the toss and elected to field first.
Well, there you are. We heard from Ricky Sims telling there Sri Lanka captain Chamari Athapattu won the toss and decided to field first. And that's exactly what Ricky said at the pitch report to the captain who will win the toss might decide to field first. They see the West Indian card. Matthews, Taylor, Campbell, Nation, Alain, Henry, Fletcher, James, Joseph, Ramharak and Cornell. So they have made one change from the last team which played in that 50-over encounter. Rashada Williams going out and Hayley Matthews fit in and back in the team. So this is a Sri Lankan team. We have Gunaratna, that's Vishmi Gunaratna, Athapattu, Samara Vikrama, Disalva, Dilhari, Natya Gana, Kanchana, Disanaika, Pridashini, Pereira and Kavindi. So Sri Lanka have made 5 changes in the squad, and they too have made 5 changes in the playing 11 from the last one-day international team which they played a couple of days ago. They left out Oshadi Ranasinghe, Sachini Nisansala, Hansi Makararatna, Udeshi Prabodhana and Anushka Sanjeevani, and they have brought in Hasani Pereira, Kavisha Dilhari, Inoshara Pridashini, Ama Kanchana and Kaushini Nityangana. So that's the playing 11 for Sri Lanka. It will be pretty interesting. You see the pictures again, once again, lovely pictures coming here from the drone camera and the Sri Lankan players doing their drills. Sri Lanka definitely after winning the one-day series 3-0 will be wanting to put up a very good performance. Chamari Athapattu saying she's pretty happy with the changes and giving the youngsters an opportunity to come into the side and perform themselves. It will be definitely interesting to see what the youngsters could do. We've got some of the youngsters in the squad. 2 very young players being brought into the squad. Shashini Kimhani, just 15 years of age, and Rashmika Sawandi, 17 years of age, and together with Vishmi Gunaratna, just 18 years of age. So we have 3 very good young players in the Sri Lankan squad. Definitely the future of Sri Lanka women's cricket. So they might be wanting to perform and show their capabilities here in this series. So as I say good morning now to Ricky Sims, who has joined me in the box. Good morning, Ricky.
Good morning, Napoleonus. Good morning to all our viewers joining us on Channel I, watching this game from your homes on TV. We already have a few spectators that are gradually creeping in, coming in. When Sri Lanka wins, there will be people who are coming to support this game. Definitely, that whitewash has certainly encouraged people, encouraged women, encouraged females, girls to come and support their team, as well as the male population in Sri Lanka is very happy with the outstanding performance by the Sri Lanka women's team over West Indies and the progress they have made in the last 1.5 to 2 years. So I'm sure as the game progresses, there will be a lot more people following women's cricket as well here in Sri Lanka, even in the outskirts. We are coming to you live on Sri Lanka Cricket on the YouTube channel as well, so you can log in wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are. And if you're interested and like to watch some quality cricketers from West Indies and Sri Lanka, then please log in and watch the game, which is scheduled to start at 10 a.m. Sri Lankan time, as the Sri Lankan team getting ready to take the field. A very happy looking outfit there, and why not? They have been in a tremendous form. But a change in the squad, as we mentioned, as Paulina said, a few change in the personnel in the original squad as well as in the playing 11, and I'm sure all those young and old who have got the opportunity will be raring to go.
Yes, the officials on duty today is the umpires Lauren Agenbag from South Africa, be joined by Pragit Rambukwala, the two on-field umpires. Reserve umpire will be Devdunu De Silva, TV umpire Ravindra Vimalasiri, and match referee Michelle Pereira. The scorers we have Janika Tushara Vitasya, Sanjay Jayasinghe, Taraka Sundarwan and Ranjit Senaratna at the scoreboard. So it will be an interesting game as we see the umpires taking the field. That's Pragit Rambukwala and Lauren Agenbag. She's from South Africa. She was there for the one-day series too. Well, the Sri Lankan team will be led by Chamari Atapattu, might take the field any moment. There you see the wicket where the game is to be played today. Looks very good. A lot of runs in this wicket, very dry. Because as Ricky said, there'll be a lot of runs. But the team winning the toss will put the opponents into bat. It happened like that as Chamari Atapattu won the toss and put the West Indian into bat. An interesting point, Ricky, was that even Hayley Matthews said that she would have, had she won the toss, she would have put the Sri Lankans in.
Yes, I think West Indies would have looked to chase as well. Paulina's their batting, as I mentioned in the toss to Hayley, hasn't come good, you know, and they haven't been able to spring up big partnerships, as Hayley Matthews said in the toss. I think she said the same thing after the third one-day international at an interview as well. So that's where they were lacking, and probably they would have wanted to chase first, especially it's a fresh wicket, new wicket, see what's on offer and try to chase down the target. So yes, they would have won the toss and better field at first as well. So Sri Lanka won the toss, going their way once again. Chamari Atapattu has she won the toss in the first ODI, decided to field first and won that game. And when West Indies won the toss, it didn't go there as well, go their way at all. So this is something for them to work on, and probably shorter format, more to their liking. They have some strong players, hard-hitting players led by Hayley Matthews and Stephanie Taylor, and they'll be looking to make an impact. Lauren Agenbag, she's enjoyed a tour to Sri Lanka so far. Her first visit here to South Asia. She's been at Suryavat Hambantota, traveling and looking at what's on offer leisurely in Sri Lanka, in this region as well, visiting places like Udawalawe, etc. during the off days with the umpires team, and she certainly enjoyed her stay. It's a huge experience for her here. And we have umpire Pragit Rambukwala, very experienced umpire now in Sri Lanka. Stephanie Taylor, she's opening the batting, so they have done some changes at the top of the order. And Hayley Matthews and Stephanie Taylor right at the top. Well, Paulinus, you can't ask for more. Two of the very best female cricketers, women's cricketers around from West Indies, and the world has seen over the years. Look at that record, 160 games out there for Stephanie Taylor. She's a match winner on her day, and so is Hayley Matthews, a top-ranked player in the ICC rankings. These two will be looking to take maximum advantage of the power play overs.
Yes, definitely a great combination. Stephanie Taylor and Hayley Matthews, 9,000 runs between them. It will be very interesting to see how they would get on with it. Deciding to open in this game, the first T20 international. It's Chamari Atapattu, the Sri Lankan captain, had decided to bring herself on for the first time.
Yes, so now this is an interesting challenge here. Matthews and Taylor are opening the batting. Chamari Atapattu is opening the bowling for Sri Lanka. Now, probably three of the best in the women's game out there in the centre in one. Chamari bowling to two of the best Indies. So this is wonderful for women's cricket. This is great to see, especially if youngsters are watching. It can't get any better. If you're watching at home on your TVs or wherever you are on your phones, on YouTube, well, this is a great advert for women's cricket.
Yes, of course, Chamari Atapattu done yeoman service for Sri Lanka women's cricket, and Stephanie Taylor and Hayley Matthews for the West Indies. So it would be really great. A fight is on between Atapattu and Matthews. Matthews is on strike. Time worked away on the leg side and gets a single. So she gets off the mark, and the West Indian total moves on to 2.
So extras given down the leg side. Chamari Atapattu trying to fight into the pads of the batter. Slightly strained down the leg side. One slip. Well, that's eased through the offside. Could this be the first boundary? Will it have the legs? So yes, it does. So Stephanie Taylor picking up a first boundary of this game and the T20 series. That was a good cricketing shot. You could see steering it, but a misfield. Should have stopped that one right through the fielder. Should be disappointed with the effort, but West Indies won't.
Chamari Atapattu this time again to Taylor. 7 on the board, 7 for no loss West Indies. Matthews still to open the account. The previous single umpire signaled as a wide, and it should have been a bye then. 2 wides there. That was the third delivery of Atapattu's over. Stephanie Taylor on 5. 2 extras, taking the score on to 7. West Indies. So that's the end of that over. 7 on the board. West Indies put into bat by the Sri Lankans.
So Kavya Kawindi played that third ODI here, and was quite impressive for a youngster, getting a longer run now, being selected for this T20 format with the likes of Achini Kulasuriya and Udeshika Prabodhini. Sort of rested, left out, and I think it's the right way to go by the Sri Lanka selectors, coaches. You know, testing out your bench strength, testing out the youngsters. There's an Asia Cup coming up, because they know what the likes of Kulasuri or Prabodhini or Inoka Ranavira, Anusha Sanjeevani, who had a brilliant third ODI. We have seen them over the years. So the selectors, the coaches, everybody knows what they could offer, and therefore deciding to bring in some new personnel and seen all the options, the combinations. And that is good way to go, I think. Brilliant stuff by the selectors and the coaching staff. Credit to them. The more the opportunities, these girls will be get better. Nothing better than match practice and playing against quality opposition.
It's definitely, Ricky. Two youngsters played in the Under-19 series earlier this year. Rashmika Sewandi and Shashini Gimhani have been included in the squad. Of course, Shashini Gimhani played against, she's already made a debut in the qualifiers. So Sewandi also might be waiting for an opportunity.
So probably as the series progresses, we might see them both, if not at least one, in the playing 11. Saw them warming up earlier on today, going through their drills. Quick single, good running, good batting. These two have a lot of understanding. They have batted lots together for West Indies at franchise cricket, at domestic cricket, and they know their game very well. And they'll be looking to set the foundation for West Indies. Yes, earlier on I saw them in the morning, the medium pacer, Rashmika Sewandi bowling in the warm-ups, and she was overlooked by Ramesh Ratnayaka, the head coach. I mean, you can't get any better, isn't it? For a youngster, for a 17-year-old to learn from a Sri Lankan great such as Ramesh Ratnayaka, fast bowling. I mean, that is what it's all about. This girl, the only way is up and not downwards. She'll get better. Even just being in the squad, being in the setup, practicing under those watchful eyes, working on those finer tunings of her action, of her run-ups, everything. And those will do a world of good for these youngsters. And Sri Lanka cricket, the women's cricket, heading in the right way. Oh, that's a good-looking shot. Good fielding as well. Down to the ball very quickly. That was a powerfully struck, no doubt about it, by Taylor. And who was the fielder out there? I think it was Nilakshi De Silva, is it? Or yes, probably I think it's Nilakshi De Silva. She did well to get her hands to it, get down in time. Certainly stopped a boundary there. Two overs completed, 9 without loss.
So West Indies after end of the second over, 9 for no loss. There could be an opportunity there, miss field, and poor communication between the two batters too. Lucky to get over it, and
just no call, and she's on the ground. No, this is not good. Certainly not good. Did she just get a cramp, or did she twist something trying to get back to her crease? She looks in a lot of pain, Paulinus. I think that's Stefanie Taylor, isn't it? In the one-day series, was that third game where she also on the boundary line did some damage to her leg. And I feel that's the same leg that she's aggravated. Oh, she was out by a long way at the striker's end. If the throw came to the correct end, the fielder decided to go at the non-striker's end. They got home, but Stefanie Taylor, in that rush to get back to her crease, has done something. I just feel it's the same leg that she damaged the other day. And we just hope for West Indies' sake and for Stefanie Taylor that it's not a huge damage and she's fine. They need a kick in and kicking on with this innings. Very unfortunate. Just the third over of play. That was a terrible mix-up. Sri Lanka should have got the run out as well. You see, she was nudging it on the onside. She was sent back by Hayley Matthews. Had to turn back quickly. Oh, that's where it happened. She just could not get back even into a crease. On that turn, she did the damage. I think she's aggravated the same injury she had the other day. The physio, the doctors attending to her. Oh, this is sad for Stephanie Taylor. Unfortunately, I think she has to go back. Oh, it's a knee that she's damaged, Paulinus, and I think they're asking for the stretcher. They need the stretcher, I feel, because probably she's unable to walk off the ground. And now we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen in the process.
Yes, definitely that's a bad blow for the West Indian team. Stephanie Taylor injuring herself just in the third over of play. Well, you see the physios and the medical staff down there and the stretcher being brought in. She's definitely finding it difficult to walk. West Indies just 9 runs on the board after 2 overs, losing their most experienced player, Stephanie Taylor. Well, these two opened the innings expecting to put up a good start for the West Indies, but definitely very unfortunate that Stephanie Taylor has to go out with injury. You see Stephanie Taylor being put into the stretcher to be taken off. She's finding it difficult to walk from the center to the dressing room.
This is huge, Paulinus. It's not good news at all. It's just the third over of play. So there could be a substitute fielder that could replace her in this game. But it has to be a like-to-like player. It has to be a similar player, a better all-rounder. That's if she's unable to further take part in this game. That depends on the West Indies management. And so they will decide. But at the moment, Stephanie Taylor, what happened there? Just on turning back, she damaged her leg. And down she goes. Straight away. She's lucky the throw didn't come to the striker's end. She would have been run out probably. And it would have been all over for them. But we don't want to see this. Such a great player of the women's game. Great West Indian women's cricketer. And everybody, I think, watching, the few spectators even at the grounds, or if you're watching on TV or on YouTube, you want to see Stephanie Taylor bat, because she's a treat to watch when she gets going. But this is the worst news for West Indies at the moment. As we say, the new batter has walked in. Is it Quena Joseph? I think it is, who has come into the center as Stephanie Taylor is taken off the team, off the field by the medical staff.
Yeah, there you see the pictures of Stephanie Taylor being carried off. It's Quiana Joseph that is coming to bat to partner her captain, Hayley Matthews, who was also quite sick during the one-day series. Is coming to the T20 series to lead the team. Well, a lot will depend on her today.
Straight away outside that off stump, Dasanayaka. Sugantika Kumari, better known to all of cricket lovers, but Sugantika Dasanayaka is a surname. Straight away into the attack, was very good with the ball right throughout that ODI series. Picked up wickets. She was brilliant, 4 wickets in the first game, kept contributing. 75 T20 games, 54 wickets, 3 for 17 a best, decent economy rate. She's now gained in experience, being the second left-arm spinner for Inoka Ranavira over the years. Quena Joseph at the other end, highest score of 34, just 9 T20 games. She has a lot to do, lot to improve on.
She must be definitely wanting to do much better than that. At this stage, West Indies 9 without loss. But in the third over, they've already lost the services of Stephanie Taylor, been injured, carried off the field. Very good over up to now. All dot deliveries. Just a single off a wide. Sugandhika Dasanayaka. Bowling the third over of the Sri Lankan innings. Another dot delivery, just a single coming off that over. West Indies after 3 overs, 10 for no loss. So 3 overs gone, West Indies 10 for no loss. Inoshi Fernando, looks like it is Inoshi Fernando. Nicely played by Haley Matthews, but straight to the fielder. Priyadarshini, Inoshi Priyadarshini. There you see, 25 matches, 27 wickets, 5.58 the economy. Firmly driven straight to deep mid on, but no run there. Haley Matthews being partnered by Quena Joseph. The lost services of Stephanie Taylor being injured. That's put away nicely by Haley Matthews. That's going towards the long on boundary. 4 more runs to the total and 4 to Haley Matthews takes her on to 5. West Indies move on to 14.
That's a good shot. Haley Matthews at his very best. Good shot through that mid-wicket region. Oh, again inside out. Over extra cover. 4 more. Taking on Priyadarshini. Haley Matthews. This is Haley Matthews at her very best. She's a free-flowing stroke maker. And the first one on the onside, second one through the offside. She has a wide range of shots, very powerful, can clear the boundary with ease too. And this is good to see. This is the West Indies flair that we are looking forward to. And Haley Matthews certainly providing that West Indies will be hoping that she could bat for a long time.
Taking the score on to 18. Haley Matthews herself on 9. That's quite an expensive over. 2 boundaries coming off it up to now. 1 more delivery to go for Priyadarshini. good bit of bowling there this time. A dot delivery. That's the end of the 4th over. West Indies 18 for no loss. So it's Sugandhika Disanaik to continue, this time to Quena Joseph. Had a good swing down towards the mid-wicket region. That's gone to the boundary. 4 runs to her. She gets off the mark and the West Indian total moves on to 22. You see the replay of that?
It's a beautifully played. Going on the onside, playing with the turn. Orthodox left arm spinner. Joseph not afraid to take that aerial route. Rightly so, it's the power play. You had to make maximum use out of it. Powerfully struck. Now this is why Queenie Joseph has been sent in at number 3. She's a powerful striker of the ball. This was in the slot and easily put away. Mid-off fielder had no chance at all, not even to move the ball sped away to the boundary. This is a very good start for West Indies, though they've lost Taylor due to injury. These two are looking to press on the accelerator.
Yes, you have a long on right on the boundary and sweeper cover right on the boundary. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. That's again, this one cut away nicely, but straight away to the fielder there in the sweeper cover. Getting a single. Joseph moves on to 9 and the score moves on to 27. Quite an expensive over again this time. 9 runs coming off 3 deliveries. These are the trophies what they play for. West Indies versus Sri Lanka women's T20 series. 3 matches to be played here in Hambantota today, 24th, 26th and 28th. Both these two batters on 9 each. That one short and put away nicely on the onside. Single taken by Matthews takes her on to double figures. She's on 10. And the West Indian score moves on to 28. 10 runs coming off this over up to now. 2 more deliveries remaining. There I see the Sri Lankan supporters. Very few spectators here, but they're really enjoying the game. And this time, Quena Joseph has a big swing between cover and extra. That's gone to the boundary. 4 more runs to her. Takes her on to 13, and the West Indian score moves on to 32.
She's certainly taken a liking to Sugandhika Dasanayake. Once again in the slot. The earlier shot was towards the left of the mid-off fielder. This time towards the right of that mid-off fielder. Between mid-off and extra cover. Good batting, excellent batting. Missed out on that one. That should have been put away for 4 as well. She'll be disappointed. Nevertheless, an excellent over. 14 of it, 5 overs completed, 32 without loss. Well, Kavindi continues. She's ball in a second over. A couple of overs from spin, and Sri Lanka have decided to go back to pace. As we say, very good morning for the first time today. Tamika joining us after enjoying a couple of leisure days here in Ambatara.
Very good morning, Ricky. Very good morning to all the viewers who are joining us from across the country, those who are joining us from around the globe. It's a warm welcome. Exciting series in prospect. West Indies off to a very decent start. 5.1 overs, 33 for Nolos. Hayley Matthews unleashing together with Quiana Joseph on 13. Sri Lanka, after few decent overs, found themselves under a little bit of pressure. It's a new format. Gorgeous day, of course. But before the start of this series, these two teams have played each other 23 times. West Indies, of course, winning 18 of them. Sri Lanka just 4. Ravendi, a little bit of in-swing towards the left-hander. Joseph batted down the order in the ODIs, sent in with a purpose. Ricky.
Yes, sir, certainly, and she's so far done her job, going at just over a runner ball, giving good support, taking that pressure off Hayley Matthews. If the runs weren't coming, then Hayley Matthews has to do something. But at the moment, Joseph has been able to find the boundary regularly, so that is good for West Indies. Left hand, right hand combination, not easy for the bowlers to adjust as well. But Kawindi, she's been very impressive for what we have seen of her so far on this tour.
Generally, faster bowlers found it very difficult to contain the opening batters in T20Is. Kawindi so far 1.3 overs, just given away 3 runs in the middle of a very good over. Once again, getting past the outside edge. Joseph pretty much winding it up. She's here to hit everything out of the infield, but this time wasn't successful. West Indies, like I mentioned, in this format, 2016 world champions, so they've done pretty well in international scene. Number 6th ranked team in T20 internationals women's cricket against number 7th ranked team. This time little slower. Very good variations from Kawindi. In-swingers, out-swingers, cutters. Youngster working out the craft.
She's a very good bowler, filling in the boots of Prabodhini and Achini Kulasuri. Not easy. She's taken on that mantle, and she's delivering for Sri Lanka. Has done a decent job so far.
These are the magnificent looking trophies for the winner of this series. Coming down the track this time, an excellent piece of fielding. Kalisha Dilhari, the best fielder in Sri Lanka women's outfit. Little careless on that occasion. A throw gone wide. Single to complete the 6th. Given the mighty heave. Acrobatic stuff by Dilhari.
Change of power play.
Yes,
Very well done.
Dilhari is very good, isn't it? Very sound in the field. Atabatu on the ricochet, trying to throw down the stumps. All ends well for West Indies. 6 overs completed, 34 without loss. So Chamari Atabatu will bring herself back on to bowl. Bowl the 1 over for 7. Taking the responsibility bowl in the power play overs with all her experience. And using that new ball. She has done this many a time before for Sri Lanka, for franchise cricket as well. So keeping probably a bit of inexperienced bowlers towards the middle part of this innings. And she's taking that responsibility to bowl at Hayley Matthews as well.
Atabatu, of course, very experienced player with the ball. She knows what to do under pressure. Starting off against 2 very strong batters like Hayley Matthews and Stephanie Taylor. This time Goes aerial and clears the boundary. First 6 of the game from the bat of Kayana Joseph. She moves to 20. What a shot, Ricky.
Superb. It was a slightly short, but what is good, she was quick to pick the length. Down on one knee, not an easy shot to play. And clear the ropes by a fair distance as well. She has all that power. That was flat, Dhammika. And what we see from Kayana Joseph is, it seems that at the moment, the way she's batting, that she knows her T20 game much better than the ODI game, the longer format. No, West Indies generally. Chamari Athapaththu, what a comeback. Brilliant stuff. Wicket to wicket. You miss. I hit. That was the quickish delivery. Kayana Joseph trying to go for a similar shot. This time missed it completely. And Chamari Athapaththu has knocked the leg stump back.
Previous delivery outside the leg stump. This one straight in line with the leg stump. Joseph repeating the previous success. Wasn't to be. Stumps are rattled. West Indies losing their first wicket. Kayana Joseph walking back for 20. She might consider herself done the duties. Deputy skipper Charmaine Campbell in at 3. Charmaine Campbell, Stephanie Taylor and Hayley Matthews pretty much the mainstay as far as batting is concerned for West Indies. They've done outstandingly well in the international scene. There you go, 131 matches, highest of 47. I'm surprised. Very talented batter, average of 15.2. I think it's time for her to improve her average and strike rate. Meanwhile, Athapaththu. A little bit of turn, beautifully worked away for a single. Might even look for the second. Very well ran. Campbell straight away knew 3 fielders are in the deep at the edge of the boundary. So decided to play it gently. Here's the wicket. Straight in line with the stump. Champ Athapaththu strikes.
Close, close, close. Probably a bit of bat onto that one. I think that's what saved Dhammika. Nervous moments. Charmaine Campbell captained the West Indies side in the second and third ODI when Hayley Matthews was out injured. I think inside edge onto a pad. Athapaththu was excited. Good over, excellent over after being hit for 6. Good comeback. 7 overs completed, 42 for 1.
Looking at the scorecard so far, Hayley Matthews not out on 11. Charmaine Campbell just came in. Sri Lanka just 3 extras after 7, 42 for 1. Even Steven could call it. Sri Lanka will no doubt look to replicate their efforts in the ODI series. Outstanding stuff. Kavisha Dilhari comes into the attack. 53 matches, 39 wickets at an economy of 6.41, best of 4 for 13. She's been picking up wickets for Sri Lanka. First 2 ODIs, if I remembered correctly. 3 wickets in the first game and followed up by 4 wickets in the second ODI. Sri Lanka winning both the games very convincingly. Run rate 6 and over. Important passage of play for both the teams. Starting off short outside the off stump. Bit of a knock-on, allowing the single to Matthews, who moves to 12.
The 4th bowler, isn't it, introduced into the attack. This first 8 overs, so Chamari Athapaththu. Shift in a bowler. This is a 20 in T20 cricket. Slight misfield.
win.
Of course, this series coming at a important juncture for both teams. Getting their squads ready for the World Cup. For Sri Lanka, of course, this series will be followed up by the Asia Cup. Very stiff challenge. The likes of India featuring. That diving effort couldn't prevent the single. Dilhari more or less outside the off stump. The fielders, 3 of them in the deep. The leg side. Sri Lanka maintained such high standards in the ODI series with the field. No doubt we'll be looking at the possibilities of replicating that. Landed the stump. Very good piece of bowling. Hayley Matthews was expecting a little bit of turn, which wasn't there. Played straight to the fielder for no run. Matthews on 12. Understandably cautious, Ricky.
Beautifully played though. I think she didn't agree with you that time, Dhammika. I'm not cautious, says Hayley Matthews onto the back foot. Soon as she picked the short delivery, the length, she was quick to latch on to that one. But rightly you said so. Probably she's just taking a bit more time because Stephanie Taylor got injured. Probably they had a plan when the 2 senior players came out. One would get going, one would bat through the innings. But Stephanie Taylor got injured. So now it's the burden, the responsibility for Hayley Matthews to bat right through the 20 overs. So that's why probably with the Joseph hitting the boundaries, she let her go about her innings. But Matthews is an excellent player and she will do the catching up as the innings progresses. There you go, 5 bowlers in fact used. Priyadarshini just 1 over for 8. Kavisha Dilari 1 over for 6. The others have bowled 2 overs apiece. 1 for 15 to Athapattu. Kavindi, very economical, 2 overs for 4. Dasanaika, 2 overs for 15. A lot of options for Sri Lanka with the ball, of course. And we'll see them in the next few overs. Just the 3 extras, so they have been disciplined so far.
Sri Lankan selectors, of course, given as Priyadarshini coming back into the attack. First over went for 8 runs. I was about to mention the selectors given opportunities for the youngsters to have international exposure. Sri Lanka, oh, excellent piece of bowling outside edge. Not gonna go all the way. Easy 2. Shemaine Campbell living dangerously coming down the track. Expected that one to turn. Wasn't there. To the outside edge. Like I said, Ricky, Sri Lanka looking at the possibility of different team compositions as they are getting ready for the World Cup and Asia Cup. Their next challenge in Sri Lanka. Loud shout and given. Prageet Rambukwala had no hesitation. Spontaneous reply. Sri Lanka strikes again. With this 2 down for 50.
Well, is this the second or third dismissal of LBW in this series for Campbell? I'm sure she got out LBW in the one-day series as well. Once again, walking across the stumps, looking to sweep. That was a straight delivery that would have crashed into midland leg. Prageet Rambukwala, well experienced, decides that's going to hit and raises his finger. Campbell has been dismissed for 5. It's a 50 for 2.
Shedin Nation batted particularly well in the 3rd ODI, coming in at number 4. She timed with the ball pretty well in that game, 40 plus runs. At the moment, West Indies maintaining 6 and over. Priyadarshini coming into T20 eyes, picking up a wicket. The Lion is here with the flag, so is the Papare band. Always good to see.
There you go, the Sri Lankan flags are flying. Sri Lankan, the lone supporter who was with us right throughout the one-day series, Pubudu with his flag, has got some support for this T20 series. Nation, highest score of 63. And if she could get that today, West Indies will be really happy. A decent strike rate, 88. Can get better. You're always looking at 100 plus strike rates in T20s. That's in the air. But falls safely. This has been a better over by Priyadarshini. Well, Sri Lanka have 3 off spinners today. Priyadarshini, Atapattu, and then we have, that was the last wicket to fall at LBW, and then we have Kavisha Dilhari. They had the 2 left-armers in the one-day series, but Nissan Salah is not playing this game.
This time gone aerial, finds the gap. The chase is on, Vishnu Gunaratna. Sends in the return, easy to Haley Matthews. Just a moment ago you saw Stephanie Taylor running around, warming up. I'm sure West Indies fans must be very happy. Wasn't looking too good the way she gone down, attempting a single.
Yes, we are hoping that she will be back doing some drills just outside that boundary line with the doctors, with the physio, just checking to see how she's going. She'll be raring to go. She hasn't been able to do anything in this series. Didn't click with the bat at all in the one-day series, but must be looking to make an impression in the T20 series. So she'll be really wanting to go out there and bat again. Beautifully bowled. Priyadarshini mixing it up. Good line, good length, good variation in speed. That was another good over for her. Given away 6 runs, but picked up the wicket. 54 for 2 after 9.
These lovely pictures coming to you live on Sri Lanka Rupavahini Channel I and Sri Lanka Cricket Official YouTube channel. Looking at the buildings. 2 wickets have slowed down the progress of West Indies. Just 3 across. Sri Lankan bowlers so far done a decent job. 54 for 2. Dasanayake comes in once again. Given away 15 runs, bowled 2 overs so far. I think we are about to see another bowling change. Sugandhika Dasanayake. Amar Kanchana comes in. For a moment thought Sugandhika Dasanayake comes into the attack. Skipper Atapattu opted to go for Amar Kanchana, very experienced player, been in the scene for a long time, like we mentioned at the beginning of the commentary. Ricky, Sri Lanka, blend of youth and experience, always good to see.
Yes, Amar Kanchana was not a part of the ODI series. She's been a stalwart for Sri Lanka cricket over the years. She's been featured quite prominently, and it's good to see her back. And she's a good all-rounder. Can play those quick-fire innings, play a few big shots, gives it everything in the field. So probably the Sri Lankan thinking tank, coaches selected thinking, okay, she's ideal for the T20 format. We'll see how she goes. 46 matches, 30 wickets, 3 for 22 her best. But she's that all-round package that comes in when it comes to a batting or bowling all-rounder, pace bowling, seam bowling all-rounder, which Sri Lanka probably needs and has identified. Yes, she will be looking forward to make an impression.
This series, of course, for the youngsters to cement their place while gaining vital international game experience against a team like West Indies, who plays outstanding brand of T20 cricket. Big booming drive finds Atapattu at extra cover for no run. Shed Nation, like I mentioned, batted beautifully, missed out on a half century. Very experienced campaigner, been in that scene for a long time for West Indies, and today applying herself outside the stump. We take the deep, has to come around. Dilhari done a fantastic job, getting it out for 2. There you go. Room outside the old stump. Shed Nation, very strong offside player. Excellent piece of fielding, running around. This time, very close for being a wide. Umpire decided that was close enough. Another dot ball. Ricky Amakanchana, not express, a type of a seam bowler who can create trouble if she starts to move the ball both directions.
It's a wicket to wicket bowler generally. And that's the end of the 10th over. 59 for 2. So that's the first drinks break, much deserving for the players and for the umpires as well. The first 10 overs completed in this first T20.
.59 runs on the board for West Indies in the first 10 overs. They got 59. Kwana Matthews getting 20 and Sherman Campbell for 5. The batsman out. Of course, we must say Stephanie Taylor had to retire with 6. And Shed Nation and Healy Matthews are the 2 batters at the centre. Matthews on 21, Nation on 4. Sugandhika Dasanaika. 2 overs, 15 runs is to continue.
The ball stage is set for the West Indies batters to go for a big score. Hayley Matthews still in the crease, 21 of 22 deliveries, and Nation, who batted well. There you go, getting past the outside edge. An arm ball, this time by Sugandhika. Slightly leg stumpish. Neatly worked away for another single. As far as Sri Lanka is concerned, Matthews, she will be the danger batter. Nation in good form. In T20 cricket, you know, how they finish, that's gonna matter so much in the context of the game. Matthews, she can stay till the end. I'm sure West Indies will definitely go past 260. Oh, another arm ball. Looking for room outside the off-stump Nation. Straight to the fielder for no run.
Yes, it will be interesting to see whether Stephanie Taylor can come back into the to some batting to support Healy Matthews, who's trying to get on with the game. That's Cheddar Nation that time, driving it firmly past the middle fielder into the boundary for 4. Takes her on to 8 and the West Indians score on to 64. You see the replay of that. Firmly hit wide of the extra cover fielder, taking the gap between mid-off and extra cover. It's a wonderful shot by Cheddar Nation. Takes her on to 8. And the West Indies run rate been picking up now at 6 per over.
Like I mentioned, Cheddar Nation, a very strong offside player. That was flighted, invited. She could miss. Oh! Missed the bat. Wicket keeper didn't manage to stop that one. 4 byes. West Indies definitely wouldn't mind how it comes. There you go. An arm ball. Very tough. Very tough. But Jangani was unsighted. And at the same time, ball kept little low. 4 more runs. West Indies moving along. 68 for 2. Oh! Beautiful piece of bowling. I thought that occasion Nation was lucky to get some bat.
Yes, that was a very good delivery by Sukandika Dasnaika, pushing it a bit. And Nation off the back foot, getting the inside edge onto a boot. So that's the end of that over. It's 11 gone, 68 for 2 West Indies.
Once again, having a look at the buildings. Sri Lanka, 2 breakthroughs. Apart from that, West Indies picking up boundaries regularly. And I'm sure they've laid out a solid foundation to launch in the final 5 overs. There are lots of runs usually comes. Dilhari, decent first over, just 6 runs. Sri Lanka still not allowing West Indies batters to break free. Land with the stumps. Oh, good piece of fielding, prevented another single. Sri Lanka need to be on the alert, especially the fielders who are at the edge of the 30-yard circle, Polly.
Yes, definitely now Healy Matthews and Cheddar Nation might be wanting to add on runs. We're in the 12th over, 8 wickets intact. They want to maybe aiming a total of around 140, 150. That's a shortish delivery. Tried to put away on the leg side. Didn't get hold of it. Got a glove to it. Otherwise, it would have been very, very close indeed.
Would have definitely been a very loud shout by Dilhari. Walking across the stumps, played straight to short square leg fielder. Remember, she dismissed playing similar shot in the first one day after scoring 30+ runs.
Yeah, definitely Healy Matthews trying to go for the runs, trying to get some runs. Just faced 26 deliveries for her 22 and want to put a good total for the West Indians. These definitely might be looking at something like 120 to 140 runs in the 20 overs.
Excellent over so far for Dilhari, 4 dot balls. Now it's about finishing off safely without conceding too many runs. Goes aerial, clears the fielder and rolls away for a boundary. Much needed one for Haley Matthews as well as West Indies. West Indies moves to 72 for 2.
Lucky got the top edge, cleared the fielder, had gone for the boundary, so that was a long chase of Vishnu Gunaratne but couldn't get onto it. 4 more runs to Matthews. The West Indian score moves on to 72.
Just a while ago we saw Stephanie Taylor doing up some warm-ups, and she will no doubt. Oh, beautifully struck outside the off-stump. Invitation extended and Matthews gratefully accepting it. Another boundary. 2 boundaries to finish off. This hour is over.
You see the replay of that. Good bit of foot movement there. Got close to the delivery and cut it off well. Straight to the cover point boundary. West Indies. There you see the projected score. The current run rate, they go up to 127. 8 per over, 140. That is the target they must be aiming at. So 12 overs gone up to now. 76 on the board. Matthews on 30. Nation on 8. Yes, as you said, we saw Stephanie Taylor already padded up and doing some warm-ups. So she must be wanting to come and contribute something to the West Indian total, isn't it, Dhammika?
Absolutely. West Indies coming down the track. Straight to the hands of the fielder. Safely taken. Says thank you so much. Priyadarshini picks up another wicket. Shadid Nation trying to replicate Haley Matthews. Perishes. For a moment thought Shadid Nation got enough bat. That wasn't the case. Priyadarshini once again making a vital breakthrough for Sri Lanka. There you go. In line with the stumps. Bat turned on her hands. Wasn't the best piece of timing. Safely taken. No problems whatsoever.
So the West Indians losing their 3rd wicket at 76. Shadid Nation caught by Delhario Priyadarshini for 8. And this gives an opportunity for Stephanie Taylor to come back in. So definitely she must be wanting to get some runs to her name. She has not had a good tour up to now. Didn't do anything much in the 3 one-dayers. And this is once again the pair the West Indies would have wanted to get on the runs.
Stephanie Taylor is back. Good to see. Too good a player to miss out, especially for West Indies. Player of the highest caliber. To 6 runs. She's walking back at a very important stage of the innings volley.
It's definitely an important stage, no doubt, and gives her a free hand to go for the runs. A fuller delivery this time, but played nicely past the mid-on fielder. Good attempt there by the fielder. They're an overthrow, but they're satisfied with 1. 1 more run to Taylor, takes her on to 7. Remember, she's coming back into the wicket after being retired hurt earlier. She got an injury, but she's not now come back at the fall of the 3rd wicket. She opened the innings with Haley Matthews. So West Indies 77 for 3. We're in the 13th over.
West Indies team management deciding to go. There you go, the big fish. Sri Lanka picking up the wicket of Haley Matthews at an important juncture. Wide outside the off stump. It was clear an opportunity for a boundary, but unfortunately, all Haley Matthews managed to do is to find the fielder, just like that.
You see Haley Matthews giving room and cutting, but straight into the hands of the fielder there. That's Kavindi taking that catch. So Haley Matthews has to walk back with 30 runs of 30 deliveries. West Indies falling down 77 for 4.
wicket, single and a wicket. Sri Lanka making serious inroads as Alia Lane comes in at number 6. Known for her bowling mainly, but some responsibilities with the bat. Very strong looking player, Alia Lane.
You see Alia Lane walking in at number 6 for the West Indies. Her statistics: 40 matches, 262 runs, average of 10.92, highest been 49 not out, strike rate of 86.18. So it will be interesting. She must be wanting to make things better than that. She had a fairly decent one-day series here with the bat as well as the ball. And the first delivery stroked away towards the sweeper cover boundary, gets a single. She's off the mark, taking the West Indian score on to 78. You see the dismissal over the last wicket. That's of Healy Matthews. Off the back, who tried to cut, got the outside edge, I think, of the bat and flew into the hands of Kavya Kawindi. She had to depart for 30.
Once again having a look at the previous wicket. Probably opening the face to get the placement. Right down the ground, only a single, outstanding over. 2 wickets, given away just 3 runs after 13.79 for 4.
Sri Lanka might be quite happy with the follow wickets, getting the wickets at regular intervals. There you see the West Indian batting card. Healy Matthews out for 30, Joanna Joseph 20, the only batters to come up to double figures. Stephanie Taylor is on 8 because she had to retire early in the innings, and Alia Lane there unbeaten on 1. 13 overs gone, West Indies 79 for 4.
By picking up regular wickets, Sri Lankan bowlers no doubt put brakes on West Indies scoring. Imagine a situation where 2 set batsmen going after the bowling at the end. So Sri Lanka. Over piece of bowling in line with the stump. Nicely worked away for a single down the ground. Alia Lane moved to 2. Kanchana, good first over, just conceding 5 runs. Coming in, of course, experienced campaigner, but a very different challenge. Coming back to the side, there you go, 2 dot balls. Doing the simple stuff very well.
Yes, definitely. Kanchan had a very good first over. Another good delivery, a dot delivery again. So 2 dot deliveries at the top of this over. West Indies 79 for 4. These batters might be wanting to put on a good partnership, especially Stephanie Taylor might be wanting to get some runs under her belt. She didn't have a good one-day series. Oh, that one nearly took the edge. Kanchana bowling a wicket to wicket, keeping the batsman at bay.
If she gets it to move a little bit like that, she means business, Kanchana. Not express, but very deceptive. Run rate slowly creeping down. Kanchana working good lines and lengths. Once again, very close to the outside edge. Excellent piece of bowling by Kanchana. There you go. Little square armish. Natural away movement. Taylor, player of the highest caliber, but no doubt looking at the possibilities of going for a big one. This time goes straight, reaching the field off the bounce, just a single. Kanchana. So far done everything right. A lane on 1, Taylor. Faced 17 deliveries to get 9 runs. Still not settled down, of course. Went back after the injury. This time finds a gap. Excellent piece of fielding. Little knock on. Coming back for the second. Needed a good throw, but wasn't there. So 2 to complete the 14th. West Indies 83 for 4.
Yes, West Indies 83 for 4 after 14 overs. Alia Lane on 3 and Stephanie Taylor on 9. You see the replay of that last delivery. Nicely cut away by Alain. Good bit of fielding, but couldn't collect it cleanly. And their batsman deciding to go for the 2. Well, yes, as Damak said, if there was a good throw, there could have been a possible run-out chance for the Sri Lankans. So Chamari Atapattu bringing herself on again. West Indies 14 gone. It's 83 for 4.
Chamari Atapattu, very canny operator, of course. Loads of experience playing T20 cricket all around the world. Maybe worked away for a possible couple. Yes, they are coming back. Did a very good throw, but wasn't to be. So 2 to start off. Atapattu third. So far picked up a wicket, given away 17 runs. Sri Lanka keeping things under control pretty much up to now.
Yes, once again, it was a little bit of a poor throw. Throw should have come quickly to the wicket keeper. This time here, Alia Alain hitting it over the top. Goes down to deep mid-on. And they get two more. The runs are coming of 2s. 2 more to Alia Alain. Takes it on to 7. And the score on to 87. West Indies 87 for 3. We're in the 14th over.
Once again, excellent piece of fielding by the best fielder. Kamisha Dilhari, very swift mover across the turf. This time goes aerial. Fortunately, away from the fielder. Just a single. Atapattu, little bit of bounce on that occasion. Quicker delivery. The chase was on, but she was never quite there to get the catch.
Well, that was Sugandhika Sanayaka. That's cut away straight into the hands. So another wicket to fall. That's of Stephanie Taylor. West Indies losing another wicket at 88. So West Indies 88 for 5 at this stage. Taylor gone for 9.
Two best West Indies batters got out the same way, trying to cut away, finding backward point fielder. Sri Lanka in control. West Indies 5 down for 88. All of a sudden, a serious momentum is lost. Atapattu picking up her second.
Yes, definitely. West Indies in a tricky situation at the moment. 5 wickets remaining, 5 overs also remaining after this over. Stephanie Taylor walking back. Wanted to get some runs today, but unfortunately she had to walk back early in the innings. He retired her. Came back to bat, but couldn't add much to her score. So she was dismissed for 9. It's Chamari Atapattu, the Sri Lankan captain. 2 wickets. And it's Chanel Henry, the new batter, coming in at number 7. She will be joining Alia Lane. Worked away down the leg side, a loud appeal by Chamari Atapattu. But umpire Prageet Rambukwala unmoved. Yeah, you see the previous delivery straight into the hands of the fielder. That was Harshita Samaravikram, the fielder there.
Neatly worked that one away for another single. Chanel Henry starting off her account as Chamari Atapattu completes another successful over after 15. West Indies 89 for 5.
So Chanel Henry might be wanting to do some repair job for the West Indies. 89 for 5 at this stage, 15 overs gone. 5 overs remaining. The current run rate is 5.93. Alia Lane on 8. So Amar Kanchana at bowled 2 overs, even with just 9 runs. Will be bowling to Alia Lane. Down the leg side this time, a wide being called. Definitely it would have been a wide by any standards. Chanel Henry trying to swing it away, didn't get hold of it. Oh sorry, that's Alia Lane on strike. West Indies 91 for 5. Might be wanting to get up to a total around 130 at this stage. Pulled away this time, didn't get hold of it properly. But fielded there by Vishpi Gunaratne at square leg. Just a single.
Yes, it has been a bit of a struggle for West Indies. They were kept loose in important wickets at crucial moments. I think the big one was of their skipper Haley Matthews. Amar Kanchana into a 3rd over. That's another wide. So Allen and Henry have to make sure that they bat out as long as possible. Bat the 20 overs, get the West Indies to a reasonable total. Maybe 120, 125 will be a fight in total. But certainly at the start of this innings, they would have been looking for much more when Haley Matthews and Stephanie Taylor came into bat. That's out as well. Another good catch by Sri Lanka. Chamariyatapattu, the skipper, doesn't miss too many. Just short of a length from Amar Kanchana. And Henry on the back foot looking to power it through the offside. Hit it in the air. Could not keep it down. Probably she was looking to hit it into that gap or maybe over the fielder's head. But all she did was hit it straight at Chamariyatapattu. Sri Lanka have kept chipping away. And they have found the ways to pick up wickets. 6 down now for 93 as Chanel Henry departs for 2. So Effie Fletcher, the right arm leg spinner, has come into bat in at number 8. They have some work to do here, this pair. Not much to talk about, a high score of 19, but if she could get those 19 runs, that will be a world of good for West Indies at the moment. They need 2 players to bat the overs, hanging in there and get them to a defendable total. The wicket is a good batting track. The West Indies batting hasn't been at its very best this series. They've been rather disappointing and not been able to get those big scores, bring up partnerships. The Papare Band is playing. A few of those spectators enjoying themselves. The Sri Lankan flags are flying. The Lions Head is enjoying the game as well. Good to see some noise at the venue. Single. We'll take a look at that last wicket once again of Henry, punched off the back foot straight to Chamariyatapattu. It was good to see Stephanie Taylor back in action. Earlier when she got injured, we were talking about the replacement player. Replacement players, of course, I missed, I think, one word to mention is for concussion. You get the concussion substitute where a player could come and bat or bowl, but the match referee decides if the player can be replaced. That's beautifully struck. Aline, power through the offside, wide of mid-off. A slight bit of width outside the off stump from Amar Kanchana. And Aline doesn't miss out. Full-blooded, gave it all, and no chance for that fielder right in the boundary ropes.
Well, that is a lovely shot by Alin. She's getting some runs. West Indies definitely need to bat these 4 remaining overs, get a decent total. Sri Lankans in the one-day series getting their runs quite quickly. 98 for 6 at the moment, West Indies. So they need to put up a total around 120, 130 to put up a good fight against the Sri Lankans. So that's the end of that over. 16 gone. West Indies 99 for 6. Alain on 14 and Fletcher on 1. You see the Papre band in action, supporting both teams in the field. Like to see more crowd coming into these games.
Talking on that topic of concussion substitutes as well, the first player to be a concussion substitute in Test match cricket was when Manas Labuschagne replaced Stephen Smith in a Test match. And incidentally, the first to happen in a women's game was in 2019 when Shabika Gajnabi became the first concussion substitute in women's cricket when she replaced Chanel Henry, who was concussed after hitting the advertising balls in a one-day game against India. So we have Gajnabi and Chanel Henry just got out as well. So she was the first concussion substitute. Another boundary. Alin is using that long handle quite effectively. Going very wide of that return crease was Sudantika Dasanayaka. And the mid-off was very wide as well. So there was a big gap between the bowler and the mid-off field. And Alin just powered it down the ground. 100 on the board for West Indies. These are all welcome runs, important runs.
Yes, definitely the West Indies need those runs. They need to put up a total of 120 to 130 runs. The Sri Lankan batters have been getting the runs quite easily during the one-day series. So, but that is a different type of cricket, and this is T20 cricket. That one flighted outside the off stump, hit firmly on the offside, but straight to the fielder this time. So it's Alain on 18 of 10 deliveries. She's been getting the runs quite quickly. Driven firmly on the onside, straight to the fielder, right down on deep mid-on. Gets a single. The West Indies score moves on to 104. Alain on 19. Sugandhika Dasnaika bowling her 4th over. Gone for 25 without getting a wicket. West Indies run rate is gone up to 6.30. That's it firmly this time. But straight to the fielder again. Batsman crossing over for a single. Taking the score on 105 for 6. These two batters definitely need to put up a good partnership. Ali Alain in particular should be hanging around there till the 20th over.
Dasanayaka hasn't been very effective when it comes to the wickets column in this game. Final delivery of a 4-over spell. She's been very accurate, just given away 26 runs. Mistimed that one, Alain, trying to hit it too hard through the offside. 17 completed, 105 for 6.
$105 for 6 after 17 overs. West Indies, after being put into bat by the Sri Lankan captain Chamari Antapattu. Ali Alain on 19, after Fletcher on 2. Sri Lankans have been getting wickets at regular intervals, pushing the West Indies back. But Ali Alain in particular have been really trying to look for the runs. That's again worked nicely down the leg side. goes towards the mid-wicket region, gets a single. Taking the score on to 19.
It's Priyadarshini. She's been very good with the ball. She's been a consistent performer for Sri Lanka in the T20 format. We didn't see in the ODI format, but in the T20 format in the recent past, she's been a regular. She's been picking up wickets through the middle overs, and a very versatile cricketer. Oh, that's in the air, scooped away by Fletcher, but we'll clear the two fielders. They'll come back for a comfortable 2. Probably hitting the bottom part of the bat, so she could not get enough of power into that, could not time that shot as well. But these two players are certainly looking to try and get maximum in this last few overs.
Yes, definitely they got to look for runs. Afi Fletcher on 5. She's on strike. Alain on 20. Just 2.3 overs remaining, 3.3 overs remaining in this innings. 2.3 overs. That's nicely played. Gone into the boundary. 4 more runs to Fletcher. Takes her on to 9. And the score on to 113.
Missed the length completely. Priyadarshini, juicy full toss. A good use of her feet by Amy Fletcher. And she got it into the gap right between that long on and mid-wicket fielder. So these are all important late order runs for West Indies. Looking to power them maybe towards that 130 mark now. They would have had a target in mind when they came out to bat. So getting closer to that is what's important.
And coming down the wicket and hitting it firmly, this time towards the extra cover boundary. A long chase. Well cut off there. Good bit of fielding.
Good fielding on the boundary, no doubt about it. Certainly saving a few runs for Sri Lanka. Getting a bit of an outside edge. Lucky runs. Nevertheless, it's all important runs. So Priyadarshini 4 overs, excellent figures. 3 for 28. 18 completed, 116 for 6.
Two overs remaining in the West Indian innings. They must be really wanting to get as much as possible. Hopefully another 15 to 20 runs to come up to that 130 mark or a little bit more. Alia Alain on 20, Afi Fletcher on 12. Kavisha Dilhari been brought in. She bowled 2 overs early, gone for 14 runs. She will be bowling to Afi Fletcher, who's on 12. She's down the wicket and hits it firmly, but straight down to deep mid-on. Batters cross over for a single, taking the score 117. West Indies definitely looking for another 15 to 20 runs, or even more, at least to come up to that 130 mark, which they have set at the beginning of the innings.
So they'll be looking to get another 12 to 15. I think that's very possible. Oh, that's a good strike. Has she got the distance? That's an opportunity gonna beg in. I think that was Inoshi. If I'm right, was the field. Yes, Inoshi Priyadarshini. We'll take a look at that one. She just completed it over and went towards long on. Oh, got there, did the hard work. Just could not hold on, unfortunately. Aline is looking to hit every ball out of the park. She's been effective so far, 22 of 16.
Well, that's exactly what they will try to do, Ricky. Just 9 balls remaining in this innings, 4 wickets intact. They try to get as much as possible. That's again swung firmly, but this time straight down the wicket. That's gone for 4.
Good hands by Aline. This time it was slightly fuller from Kavisha Dillari. And she's looking to go straight. We saw that in the ODI. She was looking to play straight as well, between long off to long on. And this time Priyadarshini had no chance of cutting that one off. This is a good little knock. Very important runs from Alina Aline.
Yes, definitely 26 valuable runs of 17 deliveries. And once again swung firmly, this time towards the mid-wicket region. There is a fielder there, just a single. Takes Aline on to 27 and the score on to 124 for 6. Run rate keeping on increasing at 6.58 for the West Indies.
It's certainly very good runs. They'll be happy. As I mentioned, they'll be looking to get 130 plus from here onwards with 7 deliveries to go. Oh. Fletcher trying to be innovative, trying to do the unthinkable there. The switch hit didn't come off as expected. A run-out opportunity for Sri Lanka at the non-strikers end. We'll take a look at that one. Missed it completely. So did the wicket-keeper. Her throw going to the bowler's end. Should have collected. Kavisha Dillari was on front of the stumps. She should have been behind the stumps to collect and whip off the bails. But unfortunately survives that run scare. So 19 completed. 124 for 6. 25 for 6. A couple of good build-ins for West Indies. They haven't been successful to keep up that momentum. Final over coming up.
So it's a final over to be bowled by Chamri Yatapattu.
So Sri Lanka probably just behind their over rate at the moment. Just 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Yes, they have to complete their overs by now. It should have been the last over should have been started by now. So when we are behind the clock, when it comes to the last few overs, when you're behind the clock, so then you can have only 3 fielders outside that circle. One has to come into the circle, and that was the signal given away. Athapattu taking the responsibility. 2 for 22 by the skipper, trying to restrict West Indies to minimum as possible.
Yes, definitely the innings should finish at 11:30. That's why it's going overtime. And that's nicely played straight down the ground, but gone under. It's can't. So that's another wicket to fall.
Didn't time it at all, Paulinus. I thought you thought that was out of here. I think you thought that was a huge six. But you could see that it hit the bottom part of her bat. All she did was hit it high up in the air. Didn't get the distance she was looking for, and simple catch at the end, holds on to it. I think it's Amma Kanchana, and beg your pardon, it's Nilakshmi Silva who takes that catch. Aline is gone for a well-made 27, very, very handy runs for West Indies, 126 for 7.
That's the end of a good partnership with 33 runs. Sider James coming in at number 9. Ali Aline getting 27. After Fletcher is on 14. Just a couple of deliveries remaining in this innings. I see the statistics of Sadia James. 49 runs, 21 not out, being in the highest. Average of 12.25. Strike rate of 75.38. Just 4 deliveries remaining, 4 legal deliveries remaining in this innings. Caught. So Chamari Atapattu gets another one. So he has got 4 for 22.
Well, there you go. Chamari Atapattu showing good reflexes. Short-hand balls are never easy when it comes back at you quickly. But she was quick to have her arm full stretched upwards and knock it down back so that she could hold on to that catch very simply. Well done to Chamari Atapattu. Good awareness, good reflexes, keeping the eyes on the ball, and picks up another wicket. So West Indies have lost a couple of wickets in this all-important final over. As Zaida James comes and goes, Atapattu picks up a fourth.
So that's Chamari Atapattu's best bowling figures in T20 internationals. Earlier she had 3 for 14. Shamla Cornell coming in at number 10. She has 4 for 22 up to now.
Yes. And this is what you call captain leading from the front, Paulinus. I mean, so very important over because the fielding restrictions, just 3 fielders outside the circle. So she took on that responsibility to bowl this final over, looking to restrict West Indies. She's done just that. She's picked up 2 wickets, and as you mentioned, it's her best bowling figures in T20 cricket as well. Previously beating a 3 for 14. Brilliant stuff by Chamari Atapattu.
Try to swing it away. Had to wait for the umpire signal to see it's off the bat. Leg by being signaled. Taking the score to 128. 128 for 8. West Indies, the final delivery of the innings. It's going to be bowled by Chamari Atapattu. She has 4 for 23. Coming down the wicket corner, puts it high in the air. That's gone over the rope. That's a 6 to her, taking the West Indian total on to 134.
Spoils an excellent over. Only 3 runs until then, but now it's gone for 9. West Indies finishing off in style, and look at the smile on Cornell's face. It was that seam-up delivery, and she picked a spot early. She's very strong, well built, and puts it over the ropes quite easily. I think Sri Lanka and Chamari Atapattu weren't expecting that. Cornell finishes on 7 of 2, Fletcher 14 of 11. 6.70 the run rate. Brilliant stuff towards the end by West Indies to get them home to 134 for 8. That's a fighting score on the board. Chamari Atapattu is disappointed with that final delivery. I think she wanted to keep them to less than 130. And it won't be easy for Sri Lanka when they come out to bat. And yes, it's going to be an even Stevens game. West Indies have to bowl well. Sri Lanka have to bat very well to get to this total. Taylor was retired because she damaged her knee, came back and made just 11. Hayley Matthews opening the batting once again. 30 of 30. They needed her to bat through the overs. Joseph looked very good for that 20. But then Campbell and Nation didn't get going in this game. Both fall into Priyadarshini. But Aline 26 and Fletcher 14 certainly put up a very good partnership. Henry just the 2. James out first ball. Cornell with that 6, finish on 7 not out. 11 extras in that 20 overs, 134 for 8.
Well, there you see the Sri Lankan bowling. Chamari Atapattu 4 for 29 and economic rate of 7.25. And then we have Priyadarshini 3 for 28. They were the main wicket takers, with Amar Kanchana getting 1 for 18 at an average economic rate of 6 per over. So 4 wickets, 40, 50, 76, 77, 88, 93, 126 and 126. With 11 extras, West Indies 134 for 8 in 20 overs.
Let's take a look at how the wickets went down today. That was the first one of Joseph. She was clean bowled, beautiful by Chamari Atapattu. Then we had Campbell, who was out, LBW to Priyadarshini. not the first time she's got out LBW in this series. They tried a few big hits, but things didn't go their way. And that wicket of Hayley Matthews, that was a crucial part in this game. Stephanie Taylor coming back, couldn't get going as well. That was Henry scooping one towards the extra cover. And we had Alien out, Zaida James. That was 2-2 for Chamari Atapattu. So 135 is the target set for Sri Lanka, 6.70. 10 wickets in hand. It's going to be an exciting 20 overs coming up in a short while from now. So there you go. Welcome back to Surya Weber in Hambantota for the first T20 between Sri Lanka women and West Indies women. 135 is the target, and Sri Lanka won't have it easy against this West Indies attack. Towards the latter part of the innings, West Indies managed to gather some boundaries and propel their score to 134. A lot once again on the shoulders of Chamari Adapattu to get them off to a good start. Vishmi Gunaratna, she's been in a fantastic form. The player of the series in the ODIs, consistently performing and getting a half century and a couple of 40s. She's been in good nick. Straight away looking to go over the top. A bit of a swing there. Away movement from the right hander. 73 her best. 34 games. Will be looking to improve on that average. And if she can get that strike rate to 100. 100 and 100 plus is what she will want to be. As you see, 108 strike rate to Chamari Adapattu, average in 23. So Henry using the new ball for West Indies. And West Indies will feel that they have put on a decent score that they could defend. So they will come running hard at the Sri Lankans, not giving anything away. It's going to be a very good 20 overs.
Yes, the West Indies got 234 in their 20 overs. Sri Lanka needing 135 to win this game. Gunaratna and Adapattu coming in. The two openers, they did a good job during the one-day series. A couple of very good partnerships between them. Gunaratna is off the mark with that single, and Sri Lanka total 1 for no loss. Jenna Henry, 17 wickets off 52 games, 3 for 26 being best and 6.94 in the economy rate. She's done quite well for the West Indies. Chamari Adapattu taking a guard. Sri Lanka was expecting a lot from Chamari Adapattu all these years, but now she has a very good batting lineup. Gunaratna supporting her pretty well in the one-day series. Of course, this is a different format altogether. Got to wait and see how Sri Lankan batters will go on getting this runs. 134 to win this game.
Oh, I love that hairstyle. Paulinus, I'm sure you would love to have some red hair, isn't it, Polly? Look at that. I mean, that's how the modern day cricketers are. They love to have those fancy hairstyles. Be colourful on the field, be entertaining, their role models. And we know that's a wide in the men's game. When in the early days when Malinga had that fancy hair, how many people caught up onto it and had their hair in similar fashion, or had the wigs in similar fashion.
That's Cherry Ann Fraser fielding in place of Stephanie Taylor. Got injured in the early part of the West Indian innings.
So we haven't seen Cherry Ann Fraser much in this series. Played, I think, one of the one-day games. Hasn't been in the 11 consistently. But very vibrant. Brings a lot of colour into this West Indies lineup. Steady over so far. She's bowled that wide. Probably clipped the pad onto the way to the wicket keeper. Chamari didn't know really where that ball went to. That was a good over from Henry. 2 without loss.
There is some beautiful pictures coming from the drone camera. Surroundings of the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. Sri Lanka needing a further 133 runs to win in 19 overs. All 10 wickets intact.
So, forgetting, we mentioned that umpires Ron Agenberg and is on field today, and Pragita Rambukwella, Dedunu De Silva, who was on field in the ODIs, is our reserve umpire. Not forgetting ICC match referee Michelle Pereira, who is here for this series, the T20 series, in charge. And of course, we're looking forward to this game. So a change in personnel, the team officials, and they've done a wonderful job right throughout this West Indies tour so far.
So it's Emilia Cornell going to continue bowling. Will be bowling from the pavilion end. Vishnu Gunaratne coming down the wicket and turning it around towards the fine leg. He's a fielder there, just a single.
Vishnu Gunaratne is looking to use her feet against the faster bowlers. That's something she's added on to her game from what we have seen in the past. She liked to hang in there on the back foot, not leave a crease. But even if you took a look at the ODI series and even how she started off today, she's looking to get to the pitch of the ball, looking to charge the bowlers, try to hit them straight down the ground. This is a big improvement, something new to her batting capacity, capabilities.
You also see her batting in front of the crease. Her strike, when he goes down to the strike, just about a feet or two in front of the crease, trying to charge down again. Vishnu Gunaratne looking to attack the bowling. Sri Lanka 3 on the board without loss. Shamir Atapattu taking a time. That's another good delivery by Shamilia Cornell. West Indies started off well, keeping things tight. And these two openers who've been very consistent right throughout the one-day series. Put on very good partnerships right at the top of the Sri Lankan batting. That's short, and Chamari Atapattu pulls it away towards deep square leg. She's off the mark with that, gets a single there, taking the Sri Lankan score to 4.
Yes, played a very good knock in that third ODI. Didn't get going in the first couple of two. But the third game she was in a normal dominating force. But for this Sri Lanka women's team, the others have kept contributing. Got important runs. Bit of a bottom edge. Will that be enough to go to the boundary? Yes, it is. Looking to pull that one. The intention was clear from Vishnu Gunaratne. Didn't get a hold of it, but just enough of bat. The bowler will feel a touch unlucky. But then again, that was not really a good delivery. Shot down the leg side, asking to be hit and conceding a boundary.
Vishnu Gunaratne, that was off the back foot, trying to pull it away. Played it nicely towards the fine leg area. Didn't get hold of it properly, as Ricky said. 8 for Nola, Sri Lanka. There you are again, coming down the wicket and trying to play it on the onside. Wait for the signal to see whether it's a leg by. Off the bat given. So score moves on to 9, and Vishnu Gunaratne on 5. That's a leg by signal there. Vishnu Gunaratne remains on 5. That's the end of that over. So 2 overs gone. It's 9 for Nola, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka needing 126 runs more to win this game in 18 overs. That's not an easy ask against his West Indian bowlers. I see a couple of spectators watching this game intensely. Definitely seen some people coming into the ground here to watch this game. Sri Lanka winning the one-day series 3-0. Might be wanting to do well in this T20 series too. So it's Hayley Matthews bringing herself on. That time is Sri Gunaratne. That's a well-played shot coming down the wicket, hitting it over the bowler's head. That's gone to the boundary for 4.
Not letting Hayley Matthews settling in. Wish me Gunaratne quick to use her feet, come down the track and hit straight. Now that is what has been good about her batting. We saw that in that consistent performance in the ODI series. She's looked to play straight always and has been successful. 98 wickets, just 2 wickets away from that landmark of 100 wickets for Hayley Matthews. Some fishing going out there. Good batting, good batting. This time hanging on the back foot. Just using the pace, picking up the single. This is excellent. This fishing is quite famous here in this part of the country.
So you saw that Wishmi Gunaratne watching that ball very carefully and placing it nicely towards the third man area. There's quite a good round of shots all around the wicket. Wishmi Gunaratne takes her onto double figure. She's on 10 at the moment. 14 for no loss Sri Lanka.
So Chamari Aspathu will take a time. No hurry at all. This not required run rate well within Sri Lanka. They have the batting to get there. That's in there. That's a good catch. Well, it's the colourful Fraser who has been on the field as a substitute fielder, holds on to it. That ball was travelling. She got around very quickly and held on to it comfortably. Now was that needed? Chamari Athapaththu looking to take the fielder on. Hayley Matthews targeting the pads. That slog sweep. Excellent hands. Very well taken, well judged by Shillian Fraser. And Sri Lanka have lost their first wicket. Their skipper, it's a big one for West Indies. Athapaththu gone for 1. It's 14 for 1.
Yes, definitely that's a big wicket for the West Indies. Getting the wicket of Chamari Athapaththu. Harshita Samaravikrama, the new batter that's coming in at number 3. She's been a consistent performer for Sri Lanka. You see 56 matches, 1,095 the score total, aggregate, 81 being highest, 27.38, the average and strike rate of 92.48 with 5 half centuries. A lot is expected from her today at this stage. Lost the wicket of Chamari Athapaththu, Sri Lanka. These two batters might be wanting to put up a good partnership.
They have to, Paulinus. It's important now that they sort of put up a partnership, build a platform for the latter order. Cheeky, but effective. It's walking across the stumps. Gets off the mark, Samaravikrama. But brilliant over. That was the fall of that wicket. Athapaththu going for that slog sweep. Usually, she She hits it over the boundary. This time didn't time it as well. And Sherian Fraser, brilliant fielding, absolutely well held. Judged it to perfection, never easy. But that was a fantastic first over from skipper Hayley Matthews. Bringing herself on and getting the opposition number out.
Yes, that was a good catch, no doubt about that. Sherian Fraser judged it very well. And Karishma Ramharak has been brought in. 23 wickets, 4 for 15 being her best, economy of 6.49. She did quite well in the one-day series. Got a couple of wickets for the West Indies.
Yes, I was very impressed the way she bowled in that third ODI in that losing cause. Picked up a couple of wickets, was very economical as well. Ramarak was very steady, and she has to do a similar job. Harshita Samaravikram is looking for that sweep shot. She's taking it off the stumps. Both shots she's played so far, she has to be very careful. She misses one, she will be that candidate for an LBW. Holds the bat very low down as well. You can see the top part of the handle quite visible.
She was 44 not out in the second ODI international. So she must be wanting to put up a repeat performance. Harshika Samaravikrama. Vishpi Gunaratna has been among the runs in every game in the ODIs. So these two batters are quite capable of turning things in Sri Lanka's favour. 17 runs on the board for the loss of wicket of Chamari Atapattu. Definitely the West Indies might be happy getting the wicket of Chamari Atapattu quite early, Ricky.
Yes, it's a huge. Another sweep. So 3 sweeps, 3 singles to Harshita Samaravikrama. Doesn't matter which format of the game it is, or if you're batting first or second, always getting Atapattu early is a bonus. I mean, because she can take the game away from you, she can win the game single-handedly. She's that sort of a player. So getting her early puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the batting and gives the bowling side a lot of confidence.
Stop that! Good, good! Ball around me!
This is what Ramaraka generally does, both stump to stump. Doesn't get a lot of turn. Those subtle changes of speed is the key. Oh, that's in the air as well. And that's away from the fielder. Once again, it was Sherian Fraser. We'll have to wait for that. I think it's a signal for yes, umpire Rambukwella signals as a boundary. It was the last ball of the over from Ramarak, and Gunaratna going for the slog sweep. For a while, I think her heart would have been in her mouth, because Fraser was like a flash. She was coming towards that. Just could not reach it, unfortunately. And 4 runs for Sri Lanka.
Yes, definitely. That was a great attempt by Sherian Fraser. Vishpi Gunaratna with that boundary takes a score on to 15, and the Sri Lankan total on to 22. Seven runs taken up that Ramharak over. Chanel Henry to continue. Sri Lanka needing 113 more runs to win this game of 16 overs. The present run rate, Sri Lankan run rate is 5.50. This time again swung away on the leg side, but straight to the field as a short mid-wicket, short fine leg fielder. Ashika Samaravikrama very strong on the leg side. Likes to sweep the ball a lot. Chanel Henry. One driven back to the bowler, no run. Vishmi Gunaratne was the player of the series in the three one-day internationals played a couple of days ago. She was well supported by Samaravikrama. They put on good partnerships. Sri Lankan lineup.
So they've got up to a decent start, 22 for 1. Very impressed with the way Henry has bowled. Her first over was very good. She's come back for the 5th over now. See, that was big inside edge. 4 runs to Harshita Samaravikrama. Not intentional, but very effective at the end of the day. It is a power play overs with the field up. There are lots of gaps. She was looking to drive to the offside, and that went towards the fine leg region. Well, Henry bowled the first over, and Henry has come back in the 5th over. Bowled a very good first over, but the experience of Hayley Matthews. She brought herself on in that 3rd over to bowl against Adapattu and picked up that key wicket. I think she thought that pace off the ball was the better option to go spin, and that was the right call and got the wicket of Adapattu. But Henry was very good in that first over. Bowled a perfect line and length. Good to see her back at the bowling crease.
5 runs taken off this over. Vishmi Gunaratne. She's on strike. Very young player, just 18 years of age, Vishmi Gunaratne. Wide outside the off-stump, but took the outside edge. Gone past vacant slip area now. That's gone to the boundary for 4. 4 more to her takes us 2 on to 19 and the Sri Lankan total on to 31.
Yes, it was short and wide. Once again, Vishmi Gunaratne probably looking to play it much more square through that backward point region, gets an outside edge. And more runs for Sri Lanka. Unfortunate for Henry. So 5 overs completed, 31 for 1. See, the Worms are together at the moment at this 5 over mark. Sri Lanka just almost one straight line. West Indies had a dip, they caught back. 104 required from 90 deliveries, still a long way to go. We have a bowling change. Joseph has been introduced into the attack, left arm spin. So 1 over spells. Hayley Matthews bowled 1 over. Ramarak bowled just 1 over. Cornell bowled the 1 over. And then now we have Joseph into the attack as well, Dhammika.
Just not letting the batters settle to a one rhythm ball. That was really nicely played. Smart batting. Let the ball come on. Dab it towards the backward point region for another boundary. Harshita Samaravikrama looks really good. Was fired it in. Enough room outside the off stump. There you go, the chaser. Just didn't manage to stop that one. Beautiful piece of batting. Sri Lanka moving along really nicely. I thought West Indies pulled things back with the bat towards the end. 134, decent score. Samaravikrama picks up another single. Good cricket. Having picked up a boundary, it's always good to see. Rotating the strike. Gunaratne on 19, Samaravikrama 13. After the dismissal of Shamari Adapattu, talismanic batter The captain, Kwana Joseph,
Come on, Kiki. Come on, Kiki.
left-arm orthodox.
Select, please. Select. Select.
Yes, these two certainly look in a hurry to get things done quickly as possible. Intention is very clear. Be positive, bat positive. 19 of 12, 13 of 13. Two young players. These two, for me, are the future of the Sri Lankan batting. Gunaratna. She's really worked on her game quite a lot in the recent past. We haven't seen her playing those shots in the past, but suddenly she has blossomed into this much more entertaining, much more adventurous sort of a player, trying to be positive, playing fearless cricket, and she's been successful.
If you ask, was it absolutely necessary? Absolutely not. But when it came off like that, it looks spectacular. Gunaratna on 21, moving along really nicely. The back foot finds a gap. No stopping, another boundary, back to back. The previous one wasn't a boundary, so excellent cricket by Gunaratna. Room outside the off-stump once again.
Come on, girls. Come on.
Chanel Henry fires it in.
Let me get some
Enough
energy
room.
here, girls. Come on, team.
Strong
Come on, team.
outside play by Vishnu Gunaratna.
Yes, so once again looking to play that probably a bit more square. The intention was clear to go on the back foot and cut it. Bit of an outside edge. Took it much more finer but effective.
This time came in with the arm, a single to
Kiki,
complete
Kiki.
the sixth. A very good one for Sri Lanka. 12 runs off, 43 for 1.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Move around, girls. Move around, girls. Come on, team. Ellie.
There you go. Umpire Lauren Agenbag signaling the end of the first power play. Sri Lanka needing 92 of 84. No real run rate pressure. Just about keep wickets in hand and bat along the way they did in the ODI series. They've been very efficient. Partnerships blossoming, and these two, like you said, the future for Sri Lanka cricket when it comes to batting. Vishnu Gunaratna, player of the series. Just continuing the momentum, always good to see. Youngster, still 18, very quickly learning the craft. Matthews is back, picked up a wicket. Now first over.
So bowling the one over spells. Haley Matthews, she knows exactly what has to be done, how to bowl on this kind of a surface. It's a good batting track. Trying to bowl too fast, just giving it a bit of slowing things down, making Vishnu Gunaratna come and get her. Once again a dot ball, looking for the sweep. It's a 92 of 82. With 9 wickets in hand. This is Sri Lanka on top. But a couple of quick wickets for West Indies will certainly put a lot of pressure on the middle order.
For the same reason, Sri Lanka would be mindful of keeping enough wickets in hand towards the latter part. Stump of the back. Nicely pushed away for another single. This is important. Rotating the strike. Sri Lanka done that right throughout the ODI series. As a result, built plenty of partnerships, especially Nilakshi De Silva and Sanjeevani. The final one-day 100+ runs partnership. These two right now looking very good, playing each delivery on its merit. From time to time being a little adventurous, things working well for Sri Lanka. There you go. Very confident looking dugout. In line with the stump, little bit of turn of the front foot. Very strong leg side player, Ricky Harshita Samaravikrama. She can almost pick anything outside the off stump and play the sweep shot towards the square leg region. was called there.
Get in.
Going for a go-to shot, the sweep shot. Took leading edge, fortunately away from the fielder.
Come on, girls.
Or Vikrama will go clearly
Finish strong, skipper. Finish strong.
darting
skipper.
in towards the left-hander. Fielder was inside the circle. So the equation. The difficult one. Once again, punch off the back foot. Absolutely no stopping. That was hurried to the boundary. Oh, this is good batting. 4 to end the over. Smart batting. Pick the gap, pick the length. Really nicely done.
It's an excellent shot by Vishmi Gunaratne to end the over. Spoil the over for Hayley Matthews. Good use of the feet. And Sri Lanka are picking the boundaries on regular intervals.
From the fans' perspective, it's always good to see after the dismissal of Chamariyata Battu, their main batter, number 1 batter. These youngsters pull things through in the one-dayers, and Effie Fletcher, very smart operator, leg break, been in the West Indies women's outfit for a long time, and how Sri Lankan batters handled her. Because to decide this game, 80 matches, there you go, 5.95. That's her economy.
Well, Effie Fletcher has been the best bowler to me on this tour so far. The leg spinner. 50 on the board with that single. So it has come in now very good time. It's Effie Fletcher. She's bowled well in the one days too. She'll be looking to make another impact. Again, a 1 over spell. James, after one expensive over, went for 12. Being replaced by Fletcher. West Indies know that they need wickets. They need to break the partnerships, to put the pressure on and try to increase that required run rate, because the Sri Lankans are batting quite freely at the moment, batting with a lot of comfort. And these two players that are in form. You know, Samara Vikrama was the player of the match in the first ODI. There you see the partnership, 36 over 27, going well. And Vishmi Gunaratne was the player of the series. So there are two players that are in form, and West Indies need a partnership breaker quickly.
Partnerships, no doubt, will be the key for Sri Lanka. Strong leg side play by Vishnu Gunaratne, looking for 2, which wasn't on. I'm sure the coaching staff as well as team management will be very happy about the fact the middle order, lower middle order contributing for Sri Lanka's winning causes. We haven't seen that happening for West Indies right throughout the ODI series, and it was repeated once again. An edge, luckily, just evades the fielder. 2 more runs.
Yes, Connell was the fielder, just ballooning her. Just wondering if they had probably just a bit of a quicker fielder there. Maybe the fielder would have got to it, but that was a very good attempt by Cornell. You can't doubt the attempt. The ball was going away from her, full stretch, and you need those to stick. She put up a right hand out, it just did not stick. Living dangerously, Harshita Samaravikram at the moment.
I thought she played 2 sweep shots too many.
Come on, team. Come on, team.
Like you rightly called, had there been a fielder swift on her feet, would have reached both the catchers. Once again, this time goes Finer. Can she find the gap? Fielder comes around. Just a single, good piece of fielding, coming around and sending a good return. This is just the pace Sri Lanka wants to move forward. Nothing adventurous, nothing fancy. Play smart cricket.
Just I wonder how many runs so far Samaravikram has scored with that sweep shot. I think it's almost all 18 runs. She's been looking to play that every delivery, in fact.
Short of a length, pull off that one towards mid-on region for another single. So after 8, Sri Lanka looking very good. 55 for 1.
I want this one up. I want this one up. She hit me there. She hit me here. She hit me here since I played. She never hit me here.
It's always very pleasing to see the amount of spectators in. There you go. For Vishnu Gunaratne, 15 runs as usual behind the stumps today on both sides. Equal amount of runs pretty much. Leg side in particular. Sri Lanka still not out of the woods. Sri Lanka need these two batters to be out there for a long period, at least another 7 overs. If that happens, it will be one-way traffic.
It's 80 of 72, still over 6 runs per over required. Sri Lanka will be looking for is to get that down to 6 runs per over. And what West Indies will be looking for is to try and increase that required run rate to over 7 runs per over. Then only the pressure starts to set in. Then you could see the batters looking to be aggressive, playing some rash shots. That's what the West Indies need. They know 2 to 3 wickets can always change the complexion of the game. Oh, enjoying the game. The Caribbean style, doing some dance moves as well. We have the Papare bands playing today in this T20 series. It's good to see the West Indies players enjoy themselves as well. I mean, West Indies, Sri Lanka, they love their music, they love their cricket. You know, they are entertaining both islands.
2 matches remaining after this.
All right.
Sure, there will be more crowd
Work
to
from me,
support
work from
these
me.
2 teams. Number 7 and number 6 clashing against each other. Sri Lanka needing 78 more runs of 70 deliveries. Equation becomes easier for them now.
When I said West Indies island, a group of islands coming together, the West Indies. And yes, they love to be entertaining on and off the field. They're great entertainers in whatever, whether it's sport or otherwise. It's great to see them.
Absolutely, there's no doubt they got some really cool moves. We've seen it enough, and it's good to see. Keep things light. Sri Lanka looks very confident. Oh, just didn't manage to get it through the infield. Powerfully struck, of course. Ramarak, very smart operator, more or less outside the off-stump. Bring the ball in towards the batter. Gunaratne realizing the fact that there's a huge gap. If she gets it through to square leg region, there you go. Incredible energy. The Papare band, another single. Really needs the work of the pads by Vishnu Gunaratne. She moves to 36.
Yes, the Papare bands, they will play all day. The drums, the flutes, you know, they get those tunes perfectly. It's just a few spectators here, but still they will go on and entertain everybody. And it's good to see them at the grounds.
We've seen during the recent past these 2 batters, Vishnu Gunaratne and Samara Vikrama, coming back for the second. Excellent running. Cherry red hair. Cherry Ann Fraser. Little slow off the blocks. Gunaratne and Samara Vikrama identifying the opportunity. Coming back for second quite easily at the end.
Yes, I think she took some time to release. Not a strong arm there. She got to the ball fairly quickly, but her release was slow, and Sri Lanka saw the opportunity. These 2 are very quick between the wickets. They're running hard, and that's what's important. If you're not getting the boundaries, the ones and twos are very, very important. You see already in this over, they've got 5 of 5 without hitting a boundary.
They haven't reached the stage where they need to take undue risk. So 5 runs off the 9th. Sri Lanka 60 for 1. Looking at 2 worms, Sri Lanka, red worm on top. At this stage, West Indies have lost 3 wickets, needing only 75. That's the important stat. They have 66 deliveries, 11 overs to be precise. So they don't need to take risk at the moment. Coming down the track, going straight. Finds a fielder. Excellent catch. Long off fielder was noticeably straighter, and Vishmi Gunaratne miscued that one and straight to the fielder's hand after playing so well, looking so promising. She perishes. Sri Lanka lost their 2nd.
Oh, that was excellent cricket all around. Vishmi Gunaratne going straight, and she thought she had it. But excellent fielding once again. The 2 wickets to fall today have been because of a brilliant fielding, good catching in the outfield. Alia Allen, she's always involved with the game. Another good knock, 35 of 25, 60 for 2, Sri Lanka.
Kavisha Dilhari, experienced right-hander in at number 4. So after the dismissal of Vishmi Gunaratne, players have taken drinks. I thought Vishmi Gunaratne shouldn't have played that shot gone aerial. There was no scoreboard pressure, but still that's the way Vishmi Gunaratne plays. Very attacking player, attacking instinct all the way. 53 matches for Kavisha Dilhari. Now Sri Lanka. There you go once again, the stats for Kavisha Dilhari. 47, that's her best. I'm surprised, very talented batter. Haven't scored a 50 today. Would be a bad time. As Paulinus joined me in the com box, that was played fine. No fielder to reach what? 4 wides.
Come on, Fletchy.
Wasn't the best piece of bowling.
Yeah.
Down the leg side, Dilhari went for a sweep shot. Wicketkeeper was a little bit unsighted and valuable 4 runs.
Come on, Fletchy.
Pressure relieved for Sri Lanka.
Yes, definitely that was too wide down the leg side. Shadilari not being able to get hold of it. But runs coming for the Sri Lankan total, 65 for 2. Samra Vikrama on 21. Vishpi Gunaratna's wicket fell in this over, the very first delivery in this over. They put on a good 46-run partnership, Samra Vikrama and Vishpi Gunaratna.
Come on, Fletcher.
Sri Lankans need partnerships of that sort, Dhammika, to get through to this total of 135 to win this game.
Both the batters batted beautifully until, I would say, a rush of blood. There was no need of going aerial. This time once again goes aerial. Fortunately away from the Sherian Fraser. Coming back for the second, Samara Vikrama. This is the 3rd occasion. She got close to a fielder, gone aerial. Absolutely not necessary. There wasn't the element of scoreboard pressure. A runner ball would do the job. Fantastic
the
catch.
wicket of Vishpi Gunaratna, very nicely played, but very nice, equally well taken there on the boundary. Very good catch. That was quite close. Had the wicket keeper taken off the bells. Have a look at it again. So Samara Vikrama takes it on to 25. Well, there's plenty of time. 61 deliveries more. 65 runs needed. Just got to work on the singles rather than going for big hits.
Just no terrors in the pitch. Wicket plays nicely. All they need is to score runner ball. A very good over by Fletcher, picked up a wicket. So at the midway point after 10 overs, Sri Lanka 70 for 2.
Yes, 65 runs more needed. There you see the batting card of Sri Lanka, Vishpi Gunaratna out for 35. Chamari Atapato out for 1. Ashit Samra Vikrama 25 and Kavisha Delari on 1. These two batters need to bat carefully. 8 extras, 70 for 2 after 10 overs.
Matthews and Fletcher, the wicket takers. Quina Joseph, particularly expensive, 12 and over. The rest of the bowlers pretty much sticking to the task. Dilhari, enough experience. Just a moment ago we saw her stats. Played number of matches, represented Sri Lanka in different tournaments. Now it's her opportunity to showcase what she is really capable of. Vital series. First game on the line. Off the bat was very safely negotiated from a run. Like I mentioned, very clever operator. Nothing much. Just get in line with the stumps. Some turns, some won't. Played across the line, gone aerial, away from the fielder. 2 batters will go for a single. I think batters from Sri Lanka at the moment trying to go aerial way too much. Like you rightly said, just about moving along a runner ball. So no excessive pressure right now. So totally unnecessary.
Well, definitely the Sri Lankans are batting deep down the order. So they got to work the ball around with the singles and twos. The odd boundary will come. Samra Vikrama on 25, Dilari on 2. 64 needed of 58 deliveries. Comes down the wicket again, hits it over the top. Lucky, there were 2 fielders there. Converging into it. Batters just get a single. It's Samra Vikrama.
Harshita been living a charmed life so far, gone aerial 4 occasions, agonizingly closer to the fielders. Fortunately, all 4 occasions was away from the fielders. She needs to stay, occupy the crease, spend time in the middle. Rest of the batters, they are very capable of picking up boundaries as and when needed. Just like that. In line with the stumps. Careless shot by Dilhari. Absolutely not necessary. Sri Lanka given away another wicket. Experienced Dilhari walks back. Sri Lanka still needing 63 of 56.
Well, that was a straightish delivery. Might have gone and hit the Midland leg. You see Dilhari trying to work it away down the leg side, missing it completely, giving an easy decision for umpire Lauren Ajinpak. So Sri Lanka losing the 3rd wicket at 72. Hasini Pereira coming in at number 5, played a wonderful innings in the 2nd ODI. A lot is expected from her today. She'll be joining Ashita Samaravikrama, who is on 26. There she 74 matches, 734 runs, 46 not out being the highest, average of 12.44, strike rate of 78.41. Definitely might be wanting to do better than that. Average of 12.44, might be wanting to increase her average today.
Even more surprising for me, Polly, was that having played so many matches in international level, she still hasn't recorded a 50. Very skillful batter, of course, batted beautifully the other day. Straight away gets it past the infield for a boundary. That's a nice shot. Using the pace, get the placement. This is good cricket. She played similar strokes during her knock against West Indies in the first one day.
It's definitely beautifully played. Got into the gap. She's off the mark with that boundary. 76 on the board. There you see the last wicket. That's of Kavisha Dilhari. Trying to sweep it, didn't get hold of it. And the umpire didn't have any hesitation at all. That's Lauren Ajinpak from South Africa. That's the end of that over. 11 gone, it's 76 for 3.
Slight change into worms. Now the red worm trying to meet the blue worm. Still ahead. Like you saw, Polly, previous over, even without taking any risk. By playing defensively, still Sri Lanka managing to score 6 runs. So if they can continue the same vein, things would be difficult. 59 runs of 54 deliveries, pretty much runnable. Pereira, that was really nicely struck boundary. Strong offside player. Samaravikrama, she's the mainstay at the moment for Sri Lanka. She needs to stay till the end, guide Sri Lanka over the line.
And she got to bat till the end, no doubt about that. And the other batters should be batting around her. So it's Alia Lane coming into the attack. 12 wickets to her credit. Short delivery nicely off the back foot, punching it between cover and extra. And Samaravikrama gets a single, taking the score on to 77, and she moves on to 27. Yes, she has to bat very sensibly, no doubt about that. Hansini Pereira also a very good batter. Batted very well in the 2nd ODI International. Put on a good partnership with Harshita Samaravikrama. So a similar kind of partnership will definitely guide Sri Lanka through.
Just like the right said, good piece of timing, but unfortunately finds a fielder of the first bounce. Pereira really need timer on the offside as well as in the leg side. There you go. Very good hands. Gone aerial, fortunately short of the fielder. These two batters join each other. Just about the same situation for Sri Lanka in the very first one-day. Guided the team. Could have been a disaster. Luckily, awful throw from the deep by the West Indies fielders. Could have been a disaster, isn't it, Polly? Absolutely. There was no two. Down the leg side, wide. Sri Lanka wouldn't mind. Elaine, known for her bowling, today did a fantastic job with a bat. 26 useful runs. So she might be feeling very confident today. West Indies fans would be hoping that confidence would rub onto her performances with the ball. Coming down the track. Gets it into the gap. Single easily taken. Pereira, experienced campaigner, knowing the importance of rotating the strike so far without taking any risk. Sri Lanka, 5 runs. Quite easily taken. Pereira on 6, Samaravikrama 28. Important stage of the innings. 12th over in progress. Just about playing smart.
That's down the leg side, another wide. That could be yesterday's. Well, these two batters, you see, both these two batters trying to go hard at the ball rather than timing it and placing it. Hasni Pereira, quite a capable batter of pushing it here and there and getting those singles. She has a lot of strokes all around the wicket. And so with Harshita Samaravikrama, 53 runs of 50 deliveries. Very achievable. All what they got to do is to bat sensibly. Foolish delivery. And wait and see what the umpire's call is. Now he's satisfied with it. So 82 for 3 Sri Lanka. One more delivery remaining in this 12th over.
Just a moment ago you saw Polly West Indies so far bowl 8 wides. During their entire innings, Sri Lanka bowled only 5 wides, so comparatively Sri Lankan bowlers were accurate. Oh, this is good cricket. Finding the gap. Single easily taken. Rotating the strikes. Just the way to go. Single to complete the 12th. 83 for 3.
Well, that's exactly what I said. Harshita Samaravikrama. She can work the ball well around the corner. Get those runs, singles, twos. Well, very achievable target, 52 to get a 48 deliveries. Only thing is these two batters got to bat very sensibly. You see once again the West Indian bowling card. Matthews 1 for 12, Ramharak 1 for 18, and Fletcher 1 for 16 are the wicket takers.
Looking at the way things panned out so far, if Sri Lanka couldn't get over the line, they must be very disappointed because things set up really nicely for Sri Lanka. 7 wickets in hand, 8 overs remaining. Coming down the track, powerfully driven and threads it through the gap for another boundary. Glorious looking cover drive.
Definitely, that was a lovely shot by Samaravikrama coming down the wicket, watching it very carefully, getting it into the gap. That's what is needed, to play it into the gap, and once it passed the fielders, a perfect outfield, very fast outfield, gone into the boundary. A lovely shot by Harshit Samaravikrama.
There you go, Sri Lanka being picking up regular boundaries, extras on offer. There will be loose stuff on offer. So Sri Lanka need the best batters to be out there, guide them. Samaravikrama batted beautifully so far. Thought she might consider herself very lucky today. gone very close. The fielder gone by going aerial, needing 47 or 46. Sri Lanka to lose this game now.
You saw there Samara Wickrama getting that boundary and then pushing it nicely on the front foot to get a single. It's exactly, got to think a lot. Nicely played that time by Hasini Pereira. That got the cap again. That's gone to the boundary. 4 more runs to her, takes her on to double figures, and the score moves on to 92. So 43 runs needed of 45. Well, if the batsmen play, definitely they can guide the Sri Lankans to victory in this game. These two batters very capable of doing that.
Absolutely brilliantly done. Pitched in line with the stumps, cleared the front foot, smashed it into the gap. Excellent batting. Hasini Pereira looking very good today. Experienced campaigner, been in the side for a long period. There you go, lovely hands. Initially looking for the second. I thought smart call, but not go for the second.
Once again, beautiful thinking after the boundary, just working it around for a single. Good bit of batting by these two batters. 42 runs needed of 44 deliveries. Sri Lanka well, very much in line. This time, there you are again, put it into the wicket area. Harshita Samara Wickrama gets a single. Takes the score on to 35 and the score to 94.
This is superb cricket. This is intelligent cricket. Without taking much risk, they've scored 2 boundaries and 11 runs so far. Still a delivery remaining.
Well, Tamika, those 2 boundaries also not big hits. Nicely played shots. And they worked the ball around in this over. So there you see 12 runs coming off that over. 2 boundaries and 4 singles. Well, they can do that quite easily.
There's Karishma Ramarak's figures. 4 overs, 30 for 1. Expensive today. Has done a better job in the one-dayers against Sri Lanka. Now Sri Lanka cutting down the amount of runs required, keeping 7 wickets in hand. Like I said before, it's Sri Lanka to lose this game. It's on their side, they know that. Looking at the pitch, looks dry, straw brown color. Nice big layer of grass. Of course, very well rolled. I thought excellent batting track. They have 150 would be the par score. So Sri Lanka pull things back really nicely, restricting West Indies for 135 runs. Now 2 batters in the middle doing the job for them.
If these 2 batters put on 23 runs up to now, all they should think of now is they're going to finish this game. They're not going to throw this away at this stage. They got to finish this game, these 2 batters. So that's nicely played again by Hasini Pereira. Goes down towards the super cover boundary. There is a fielder there. That's Stephanie Taylor.
You said it right. Not leaving to the others. 2 batters, 2 left-handers. Batted beautifully. Oh, as we're talking about, Samara Wickrama dragged 1 onto the stumps. Unfortunately, Sri Lanka losing their 4th. Alia Lane batted beautifully, picking up a wicket and made the breakthrough West Indies so badly needed.
Try to cut it away on the offside, got the inside edge. Unfortunately, played on to the stumps. So Harshita Samara Wickrama walks back for 35, bowled by Alia Lane. So Sri Lanka 96 for 4.
Very nice, neat, brisk partnership came to an end. Samara Wickrama, who batted beautifully, out for 35. Nilaksha De Silva, another experienced campaigner, batted beautifully the other day, building a partnership together with Sanjeevani. 100 plus runs. Someone who plays smart cricket. You can remember when Sri Lanka in a little bit of a spot, joins Chamari, occupied the crease for a longer period, and at the end played innovative shots, took Sri Lanka's score beyond the par score. I thought 240 would have been the par score on that track. There you go.
You see the replay of that delivery. Well, just wide outside the off-stump, Harshita Samara Vikrama, who were confident in trying to push it away, cut it away, got the inside edge into her stumps. So unfortunate there. So you see Nilaksha De Silva, 89 games, 1,060 aggregate, 63 not out, the highest score, strike rate of 98.43, an average of 13.41. So definitely might be wanting to get on with the game. These two players too can put up a good partnership. Hasini Pereira already got on to a start, 13 of 8 deliveries.
Nilaksha De Silva as well as Pereira, experienced campaigners, we all know that. And especially Nilaksha De Silva has been the one who gone aerial. Luckily landed safely. A lane working things well for West Indies at the moment. Picked up a wicket almost the second. There you go, a little bit of bounce. De Silva trying to work that one towards square leg region. Took the leading edge. Fortunately.
Well, I thought Dampika, she took her head off and tried to flick it away. Took the outside edge. Lucky for her, there was no fielder close by. So Nilaksha De Silva is off the mark. Hasini Pereira on 13. 38 more needed of 39 deliveries. Sensible batting will definitely take Sri Lanka through. I think Hasini Pereira got to take the lead. She's a more capable batter.
De Silva, these days being the finisher for Sri Lanka, put the finishing touches in the one-dayers and in T20s. She's been doing that consistently and doing it well. And today came at a juncture where Sri Lanka needing another partnership. We were talking about Samara Vikram and Hasini Pereira finishing off the duties. Just as we say that, another wicket fell. Good over, Lane conceding only 3 runs and picked up a wicket. Pereira looks very good on the leg side as well as on the off side. Timing perfect. So I think if De Silva can give strike back to Pereira as much as possible, that would be a very good tactic for Sri Lanka. Oh, this is good. Lovely hands through the gap for 4. Just like that. We have another look.
Well, that's a good shot by Nilaksha De Silva, working it nicely between the cover and extra cover. Watched that ball very well into her bat. Got it in the gap. You see, watching it very carefully into her bat, getting the gap. That's gone to the boundary. Well, no highly unwanted, risky shots needed at this stage. While Hasini Pereira is batting very well, working that ball around. So Nilaksha De Silva should give her the support. And as we were talking earlier too, these two batters at least should try to finish the game off. 102 on the board, 102 for 4, 33 needed of 36 deliveries. So Ellie Matthews got the wicket of Chamari Atapattu, brings herself on in the 15th over.
Pretty much a formality for Sri Lanka. Less than a run a ball. Hitting 33 of 36. Experienced Matthews. Starting off on third. Oh, really nicely swept away. Good piece of fielding. Getting it down for just a single.
Well, the West Indians skipper, Lee Matthews, doing everything possible to get those breakthroughs. All what they got to do is to get the wickets at regular intervals if they want to win this game. Because if they allow the Sri Lankans to bat until the 20th over, then definitely Sri Lanka will go to take this game away from them.
I was telling Lakshya De Silva should ideally give strike back to Pereira, but look what she did. Guide that one beautifully through the gap for a boundary. Off the back foot, swivel on our back foot and gets it down to square leg region for another single. She can be adventurous if needed. She can be defensive if needed. On both counts, very important batter. Very important hug in the wheel of Sri Lankan batting lineup.
It's definitely, you see, Hansini Pereira, 15 of 11 deliveries, played very well. Matthews bringing herself on, trying to get that breakthrough, which the West Indies need. That's put away nicely towards the mid-wicket boundary. 4 more runs to Pereira, takes her on to 19, and the Sri Lankan total on to 108. Well, this, you see, Dambika, this is easy pickings. Right, nicely watch the ball nicely and put it into the gap. There's no fielder there, into the mid-wicket boundary.
Excellent piece of batting. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Gets it into the gap. Really nice. Pereira moves to 19, looking good from the moment she came in. Started her scoring by picking up a boundary through deep point region. Hitting 27 of 33, pretty much a formality, I would say, at this stage.
Yes, the West Indies got to get some wickets quickly as possible if they want to get back into the game. Nicely played, just tap and run. That's exactly what they got to do. 26 needed of 32 deliveries. Get those singles, which is plenty of available singles around the field. Big outfield. A lot of gaps available. So just put it onto the gap and get those singles.
Both these experienced right-left-handers with proper techniques, just like that. Whenever there's a good delivery on offer, got proper technique to defend anything. Pereira, particularly good looking today. Timing, superb. Finding gaps easily. This time straight to the fielder to complete the 15th over. Sri Lanka 109 for 4.
Well, Lakshya De Silva in no hurry, watching that ball very carefully. You see the two worms and Sri Lankan worm taking the lead, spreading it more than the West Indian worm. They're very much on top of the game at the moment. 26 needed of 30 deliveries. These two batters got to bat the way they have been batting in the last couple of overs. Very sensible batting.
Yes, as long as Sri Lanka ahead of the required run rate, I think they'll be comfortably home. At the moment, they are 26 of 30. What West Indies will be looking is to try and increase that required run rate once again. A few dot balls, maybe a wicket. You know, once a wicket goes from here, remember Anushka Sanjeevan is not in this lineup. She was the one who batted in the ODI format. So they have a few youngsters. There's Ama Kanjana, who is a seasoned campaigner. But then there are a couple of newcomers in this side and the bowlers. So then West Indies will feel that they have a chance. But this partnership is crucial. They have to break this partnership. For Sri Lanka's sake, these two have to bat as long as possible.
Yes, Ricky, I think that's a poor shot by Hansini Pereira this time. Tried to do a reverse sweep, missed it completely, and has her stumps disturbed.
This is what I was talking about, unnecessary. This was not needed. The required run rate was less than a runner ball. And all Hansini Pereira, with all her experience, all she needed was just hit the ones and twos and get to Sri Lanka closer to the target. It's the first ball of the over from Fletcher. She has been their best bowler on tour. And Hansini Pereira has given a wicket away. Sri Lanka 109 for 5.
It's definitely these two batters are batting so well, just picking those singles. Well, something, rush of blood into Harshini Pereira's head. Tried to do a reverse sweep, completely missed it, and had some shutter. There you see, Ricky, West Indies to get back into the game, they need the wickets. Well, run a ball, it's less than run a ball at this stage. So Kaushi, Nityanagana,
Kaushini Nutyangana, isn't it, foreigners?
Nityangana.
Nutyangana, this is what I was talking about. This is one of the newcomers in this lineup. She's replaced the seasoned Anusha, who had a brilliant game in the third ODI. So a lot to do here. Starts off with a couple of runs, top edge, but she'll be relieved to get off the mark.
Ricky, we got to get that name correctly. It's Nityanagana.
A tongue twister, isn't it?
She gets off the mark. She's on 2.
But this is the opportunity for Kaushi Nutyangana to show what she's capable of. Now this is the opportunity she has earned as a wicket-keeper batter, and now you need to take your country home. It's a tight situation to come into, not easy. She'll be nervous out there, but she has a seasoned campaigner with De Silva on the other side. She has to give De Silva much as the strike as possible and take Sri Lanka closer to this target.
Ricky, now 2 new batters in. Now it's a time for the West Indies to bowl those dot deliveries which you were talking of and bring the rate up. 24 needed in 27 deliveries at this stage, but still I would say Sri Lanka very much on top of the game.
Stop that!
They're back sensibly. That's nicely played. Got that single. Good bit of running between the wickets there. They got to run it hard. 112 on the board for 5. Sri Lanka needing 136 to win this game. 135 to win this game. Nityanagana on 3. De Silva on 6.
So this is just a 4th game for Sri Lanka, very inexperienced. Handful of matches, a high score of just 8. So she has to get past that 8 runs definitely in this game. These opportunities for these younger players who have come through the system of women's cricket in Sri Lanka, domestic structure, and now getting the opportunities at the top level.
Eric, it's a great opportunity for her to guide the Sri Lankans through. If she can do it, she will get a lot of confidence in it.
Beautifully bowled. That was a googly from Fletcher. Oh, big inside edge onto the thigh pad. Fletcher probably thought that hit the pad straight away. But she's been very good. The quicker one went straight through. She's been absolutely brilliant. Fletcher with the ball in this series. Another appeal for a caught behind. Umpire Rambukwela says not out. Very close to the bat, but probably the umpire didn't hear anything. And he has a smile on his face. 16 completed, 112 for 5.
There you see the Sri Lankan scorecard. Vishwakarnatha 35, Harshini Samaravikrama 35, Harshini Pereira 20 for the main run getters. 10 extras, 112 for 5 of 16 overs. Well, these two got to bat on very sensibly. Now the West Indies are trying to put a lot of pressure on them, bowling those dot deliveries. Fletcher just completed the over 3 overs, 2 for 19, her bowling figures. She did bowl pretty well. Shamilia Cornell been brought in. Just an over right at the top. Just gave away 5 runs in that. She got to bowl some dot deliveries to add a lot of pressure on the Sri Lankan batters. 23 needed of 24 deliveries. That's nicely played. That's going towards the boundary. Beautiful shot. Nityanagana got a boundary, takes her on to 7 and the score to 116.
Yes, Certainly looks very nervous out there, but very spirited. Just using the pace of the bowler, not trying to hit it too hard. All she looked was to get it into the gap, time it sweetly. And she's picked up an important boundary. This will give her a lot of confidence, picking up her first 4, playing a good cricketing shot. Getting Sri Lanka closer to the target, still keeping them ahead of that required run rate, 19 of 23. So Cornell under pressure. She hasn't had the best of series with the ball. She has been slightly expensive. See her first over. Went for 5, brought back. Now she's conceded a boundary in the first ball of the over. So the bowler is under pressure now. Nuthyangana has to be very sensible here.
Definitely that boundary would have given a lot of confidence to Nuthyangana. It's Kaushini Nuthyangana. She's on 7. 19 runs needed of 22 deliveries. Sri Lanka needing 19 more. Get those singles. That's given out. That's LPW playing across the line. Nuthyangana. So West Indies have struck again. 116 for 7 Sri Lanka.
So this is the inexperience. You see, she's got a 4 of the first ball of the over. Then Cornell comes back with a dot ball. That was the pressure creating. She went across the line, missed it completely, and umpire Hackenberg thought that would go on to hit the stump. This is a big blow. A good one for Cornell. She's dismissed for 7, 116 for 6.
The West Indies coming back into the game, getting those wickets at regular intervals. Nuthyangana gone for 7, making it 116 for 6. Sri Lanka needing 135 to win this game. Amar Kanchana, the new batter that's coming in.
So she has experience behind her. She's been in these situations before, Amar Kanchana. Now what Nuthyangana should have done was, after she got the boundary, trying to get the single and give it to Nilakshi De Silva, the established batter, the more experienced batter. Amar Kanchana, as you see, not much, 17 are highest. Therefore, more for a bowling, hasn't scored many runs. But this is what pressure could do. So De Silva has a lot of responsibility on her shoulders. She has to ensure she doesn't get out. If she gets out, that was that last wicket. You see, going right across the line, trying the big shot. What she should have done is just jab it and get the single and go to the non-striker's end.
It's exactly, Ricky. They got to work the singles out. Don't need to look for big hits. They were at one stage very well placed, but lost a couple of wickets. Well, the West Indies adding a lot of pressure on them now. A couple of dot deliveries will definitely create more pressure on the Sri Lankans. That's wide down the leg side. That's given a wide, 118. So it's 17 more runs for a Sri Lankan victory.
Yes, slightly a little bit inexperience in the middle and low order for Sri Lanka this game. Understandably, they're giving youngsters, newcomers opportunities to shine. As I mentioned earlier, on another day it would have probably been another wide down the leg side. We would have had probably Anusha Sanjeevani and Osha the Ranasinghe. She's not playing this match. She's in the squad but not playing this game. So generally she comes in at number 7, number 8 and contributes valuable runs. She's not in this lineup as well. So the newcomers and the low order has to contribute to get Sri Lanka home.
That's a good bit of thinking, getting those singles, looking for the second. A poor throw, definitely a poor throw. Had it been a good throw, there could have been a run out. Sri Lanka's got to be very careful with that. You see the replay on that?
Well, I thought Ama Kanchana was slow, and that was a very poor, I thought, by the field as well. She had a lot of time to gather and put in a good return, but at the end, that cost the West Indies. A bit more effort was needed. Quite a long over by Cornell. She's bowled two wides. So she's picked up a wicket. So we have 10 runs off that over. Good one for Sri Lanka, though they lost a wicket. It's one more ball to go. So 17 finished, completed 122 for 6. What is interesting to see who's going to bowl the final 3 overs. I won't be surprised if Hayley Matthews bowls 1. Fletcher might bowl 1, and probably Henry. So Fletcher, Henry, and maybe Matthews. We'll have to wait and see. So we have coming down to the final 3 overs, 122 for 6, 13 required from 18 deliveries. So they have a change in the field now, 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. That's because I think West Indies are behind the time required to bowl their overs through, so that is not good sign. Well, we'll get back to you on that one.
So 122 for 6. Sri Lanka needing 13 more runs of 18 deliveries and a no ball call. That's one more field outside the circle. I think they got to have 3 because power play was signaled that they have taken their time limit. I don't think the West Indies were aware of it.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Umpire Rambukwala has signalled no ball. Hayley Matthews has something to tell. She's having a chat. Trying to have a clarification. She said she had 4 fielders outside the circle. I just wonder what the chat about is at the moment. Is it extra field outside the circle, or is it something to do with the timing? Hayley Matthews isn't happy. The free hit nevertheless on offer. So now we have 3 fielders outside that. Again, the 4th fielder is on the boundary. 1 goes in. So now we have 3 fielders in the outside the 30-yard circle. In the earlier delivery, there were 4. That's why I think it was signaled. Big hike across the leg side. Oh, made a meal out of that one. The fielder has made a meal and conceded a boundary. It should have been just 1 run. It was a free hit. Nilakshi De Silva taking on Fletcher. And we'll take a look at that one. Very disappointing for this stage of the game for West Indies. It was Fraser. She has been so good in the field in her catching. Didn't get a body behind it, didn't get a hands behind the ball, and conceding a boundary.
127 for 6 Sri Lanka. It's looking for the second again, and 2 more runs to the total. Takes it down to 129. Just 6 more runs needed for a Sri Lankan victory. Lakshya De Silva have been guiding them through. Harvey Fletcher, 2 for 26, bowling her final over. Another tossed up delivery. Another single being taken. 130 on the board.
So Sri Lanka just 1 shot away from another victory over West Indies. It's not been as easy as it was in the one-day games in the 50-over format. This has been a much closer, tighter. Still not over though. You never know what could happen. It's not over until the last ball is bowled, as we may say. That's sensible stuff by Kanchana, just not throwing it away, not swinging wildly. Coming back for the second, that's close. Umpire Lauren Agenberg will go to the third umpire for the first time for today. Umpire Ravindra Vimalasiri is our third umpire in this game.
Out at the wicket keeper's end. Give me the side on angle, please. I am satisfied. Batsman made his ground. Can you focus lights to the TV screen, please? My decision is not out. Repeat, not out.
And a good diving. Hama Kanchana, full stretch. That's what you need in these close calls. That's what got her home. So 3 more required. The Sri Lankans once again waiting for that victory quite patiently.
Well, that's nicely played by Kanchana. No hurry at all. 3 runs needed of these last 2 overs. You see that previous delivery, beautifully dived by Kanchana, very much in before the wicketkeeper got the bells off. 132 for 6 Sri Lanka in 18 overs.
Is it Joseph who is going to... yes, it's James, beg your pardon, James, who's going to bowl. Zaida James. This is a surprising call to me. Maybe Haley Matthews feels that the game is gone by now and just giving Zaida James opportunity. Surprising Matthews didn't take the ball, or Brian Henry, who has been good today.
Not now, you Baxi. Not now, you Baxi. Come on, Baxi.
Two shot.
Come on, Baxi.
Single. Once again, it has been a good performance by Sri Lanka. Chamari Adapattu will be disappointed with a batting performance, but she'll be really thrilled to have a best bowling figures. Outstanding effort.
Well, just another 2 runs needed for Sri Lankan victory.
Stop that, stop that.
Kanchana just on 3 and Lakshya De Silva on 17. Lakshya De Silva batted very sensibly for her 17 runs or 15 deliveries. That's put away this time. That's gone to the boundary, so that's a victory for Sri Lanka. Amar Kanchana gets that boundary.
Another win for Sri Lanka women's team, this time by 4 wickets in the first T20 of this 3-match series. Absolutely fantastic cricket. They got to a very good total. I felt the West Indies score that would have made Sri Lanka struggle, but right from ball 1, yes, so there were the moments in the game that West Indies came back strongly. But Sri Lanka really didn't let the West Indies dominate. They kept on picking up the runs, picking up the boundaries, playing positive cricket. A few wickets in clusters didn't help, but at the end, the experience of Nilakshi De Silva, Amar Kanchana, seen them home, and West Indies would rue a few of those misfields probably. On the boundary line, there was a couple that got through them, and they conceded a couple of boundaries. That free hit towards the end didn't help too. And once again, Sri Lanka have got over West Indies. After a dominant ODI series, they won the first T20, taking a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. Well played to the Sri Lankans in this T20 game. They'll be disappointed, no doubt. Haley Matthews and a team. They started off with things not going their way when Stefani Taylor was injured and had to retire. And then none of the batters really got going. They needed Haley Matthews to bat right till the end, but she could not do that. And was unhappy about that no ball as well, that free hit. But overall, I think Sri Lanka were once again just too good on the day for West Indies. West Indies batting hasn't really clicked right throughout this series. None have been able to go on and get big scores. And the Sri Lankan bowling have been outstanding. Each and every game, somebody has stepped up. In the ODI series, we saw the likes of Kavisha Dillari, Sanayaka bowling really well. And in that last game, Nissan Salah. And today it was Chamari Athapattu, the skipper, who led with the ball, and the contributions all around. And with the bat, once again, the youngsters coming good. Vishmi Gunaratne, 35 of 25. She looked very good until she was well caught by Alien. Athapattu didn't get going. Samara Vikrama, 35 of 34, kept the innings together. Kavisha Dillari not got going today as well. Asini Pereira batted brilliantly until she threw it away with that reverse sweep. Nilakshi De Silva seen Sri Lanka through along with Amar Kanchana. Nityangana out for 7, and she will learn as she plays. 13 extras in that innings. Sri Lanka finishing off in 18.4 overs. Henry was good at the top, 2 overs for 11. Cornell, 2 overs for 15. Picked up a wicket. Matthews, I thought, was very good, 3 overs, 1 for 19. Ramarak, 4 overs, 1 for 30. Joseph was very expensive. Fletcher, 4 overs, 2 for 29. Once again, outstanding bowling from her. Alien, 2 overs, 1 for 14. And James just the 4 deliveries in that final over. So there you go, Sri Lanka coming on top, winning the first T20. All important one, whitewash in their 50-over format, and now taking the first game by 4 wickets here. The next game is on the 26th of June, 2 days from now on Wednesday. That too will be coming to you live approximately 9:30 AM Sri Lankan time, and the third game will be on the 28th on Friday. There, this is the next game coming up. Haley Matthews and a team will be looking for a comeback. They need to win that next game to stay in the series and keep their hopes alive in this T20 series. Chamari Athapattu will be looking to win that game and take that series as well. Sri Lanka playing really good cricket, keeping up the momentum, that winning attitude, and they have played brilliantly whatever the format it may be. So there you go. well, it has all come to an end with Sri Lanka winning by 4 wickets. It's a goodbye from all of us here on Channel I, and we will be back again on the 26th with the second T20.